Always something. Always something. Always, always. We're getting it started, but we got a whole bunch of new stuff going on. Yeah. There we go. Looking pretty snexy. Looking pretty good, even though that intro was bad. I forgot that I already canceled everything out and didn't remember that I had. Now we're just waiting on the rest of the crew. Here they come. Hello, sir.
Hello. You started the stream early or something?
No. Started it on time.
I saw that Valor was already like chilling out in the chat.
Hey there. Yeah. Speaking of which, I wish I could read those names. Color blindness. It's so bad. I'll get it though. Yeah, no, I always start about 5 minutes beforehand. We're actually late. Told everybody to be
streaming live though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I'm usually start 5 minutes early.
I thought, wait, you're streaming Destiny or
No, I
we
just
normally start at 8.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You have a point. Oh well. I'm just on a different routine entirely.
Yeah, you also set your game to Destiny 2 right now.
Yeah, no, I'm changing that already.
Yeah, which tells me everything I need to know.
That I'm a loser. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for the whole time. Yeah, that's okay. It'll be basically a just chatting right before we get everything else started. I gotta change this over now.
For sure.
For me, it's normal. It feels fucking normal, okay? I do this every day.
Come on, bruh.
Yep.
Get it together, bruh.
There we go. It's been adjusted. Although it won't show up on the VOD that way. I'll have to change it the moment I'm done. There we go.
I'm just doing some light playing before, on Destiny at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is going to work out really well, the new setup for it.
Gotta make sure.
Yeah, because we gotta make some minor adjustments here.
You're speaking of the scene here. You're needing to adjust that a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. There it is.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Oh, we're not ready for the spookies yet. As a matter of fact, I know exactly what this is going to need.
That's awesome.
We're in the lobby waiting.
Yeah.
I think I got overeager, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah!
I don't, you must be hiding our names right now. You're planning on putting that on there once.
Well, yeah, because I can't do anything now. We have 3 columns, not 2.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, on a good side, what we've been able to accomplish here, the brain is taking a complete shit. Yeah, exactly. So the podcast thing that's going to be happening, which this is kind of exciting already, is that we're going to end up having the option, or at least I'm going to have the option. I'm going to be hopefully speaking with him this upcoming Saturday. What's his name? I don't know his real name, but I know the person. He's got a cool channel as well, which I'm going to trace back now.
Reminds me of the
yeah, here we go.
The Samurai Jack. Back in the past. Jack.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, his channel's I think I can write is what it's called. He's got like just over 2,000 followers, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
I kicked off a full-blown conversation with him today, and we were just shipping all kinds of stuff. he had sneak peeks at some of the stuff that we're working on, namely the basic character sheet and some of the advantages, disadvantages, a look at humans and professions. Like, we're just kind of giving him some tasty little tidbits.
Was he getting a little moist?
You know, honestly, I think he's excited about it.
Well, I mean, your passion comes through. Sorry, just having a minor throat issue.
That's fine. It kind of fits the whole thing here.
Yeah. Sucking down the knob. Yeah. The moose knuckle.
we call it a throat issue, but
it's cool that we're able to find some other Destiny players. We might, if we do our player cards right, we might have a full group of people that we actually have talked to and worked with before.
Can quasi trust? Yeah, absolutely. Abso-fraggin-lutely. Although my stream last night, were you present for that? I think you had left, or were you there? I don't remember.
I was like lurking.
Right. It was the whole thing with showing him the guy who was reacting or whatever. I was able to script that up. Hey, Bill. What's up, man?
Bill.
Yep.
I got really overeager and started a half an hour early. Go figure. I was super excited, and I screwed up my beginning again because that's the way I operate.
Well, there's that at least.
Yeah, wouldn't be me. Okay, here we go. Now we get to see the experimental and see if that actually fits the way I want it to fit.
Right, you were just guessing before, so now you have to figure out exactly where all three pieces need to go.
Well, now we got it. Because, yeah, here we go.
Well, this actually works out well if we're all here early because we can get Bill and Drew on Twitch and following.
Oops. Oh, it fits perfectly. I did it right.
I only see Bill.
Yeah, I know.
The rest of them.
Yeah, hold on. It fits perfectly though, because I already matched it up. There we go. And whammy. Look at that.
Well, what I'm saying is it's not coming through on the stream. I'm watching the stream right now. Okay.
Remember, it's got a 20-second delay or something.
Oh, is it 20 seconds? Damn.
Yeah, you were saying. It's something crazy.
I thought it's like just a few seconds. Your latency was low last time I saw.
Okay. Yeah. This is looking pretty good.
Well, love what the camera does and the new lighting. You can see all the gray hairs now.
Right?
You mean the distinguished hairs?
Tired hair.
The hair.
Go.
Well, it's happening where I wanted it to, right?
Oh, that's good.
Gotta get that white streak right in the middle first.
Yeah, all the names are up there. You should see them now.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
It's working!
Like 5. But Kim likes them, so I can't do anything with them.
Say what now? What's going on? Oh.
Hair. Gray hair.
Oh,
Gray hairs in the beard.
I'm turning silver on the side. I think I got lucky.
Oh, that means wisdom. I think. I don't know.
I think that all
You
white
just make it
hair
up.
means wisdom in some capacity. Oh, wow. Your icons are changing. That's because you were going from, like, our Discord over to Twitch, huh? Yeah. Look at us go, man.
The pretty fancy upgrade from last time.
Yeah, right?
I like the rotating thingy.
Oxo Doom.
Whatever that is.
It's just some weird geometric stuff that I found I was
Yeah,
like,
no, it's awesome.
well, and it also, if you watch
We'll
it
have
slow,
to,
fast enough, it switches
We'll have
around.
to commission someone to make a little GIF of like electric like wires and stuff in like Shadowpunk kind of style,
Oh,
but it
absolutely.
goes behind our chat and stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go read to kids. I'll be back, but it looks like it's working.
Yeah, it's doing its job. I'm gonna hang out here and chat with y'all, whoever remains, but we know where we're at with everything, so that works.
Yeah. So Bill, time to sign up for Twitch. We need to get you in here following.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
think you have
Uncle
Amazon,
D
so you already
wants
have
you.
Twitch if you have Amazon.
Damn, yeah, this is good. Yep, started a whole half an hour. It was worth
Wow, they won't let me proceed unless my password is.
it. Oh yeah, with Twitch you have to be super secure.
Oh, I forget what type of password like bullshit they have.
Yeah, they're really heavy-handed on that. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm still laughing at myself. I think what tripped me up is that I saw Drew in here, like, even before I jumped on.
Yeah, he's been chilling out here for a while.
Yeah. Eerie to stare into one of his rooms, dark, mute on, like we're spying on him.
Yeah. It'd be horrifying if he like ran by shirtless or like pantsless or something. Like
Oh god. Playing out the, basically method acting.
And now we have a new
Strike.
fan base.
I was so confused whenever Ken asked me, "Did you start it early?" I'm like, "No, I always start at 5 minutes early." He's like, "Yeah, but don't we start at 8?" I'm like, "Wah. You're right, we do." Oh well, it's not gonna hurt me. A little extra time. Wow, and we've jumped up so much already. Oh, I'm excited for tonight. Even get all
All
prepped.
right, you made me do it. I signed up for Twitch. I hate you all.
And
Thank
with
you,
your
Bill.
beefed up computer, all you got to do is just go to his channel, follow him, and then leave the tab open so we get concurrent viewers.
Sweet.
Oh my god. Verification code. Wow. They are
Like
paranoid.
I said, they're heavy-handed. Their security is bananas. I don't mind it though. You will go on.
Okay, and I'm looking for what again?
It's just Twitch TV
Decode.
/ Twitch.tv/decode or decode while you're there. Either way works.
If I wasn't playing Destiny right now, I'd get you a link, but
We also have them posted like everywhere. There we go. All right, everything's in order.
took myself out.
I was still super sad that we never managed to get that fade to work for like the chat.
Yeah, no, I just, yeah. I don't get it.
Speaking of that, I wonder if I can just enlarge this up a little bit.
Wow. I thought 500 laurels was like a ton, like not very much, but I use a lot of them. Like, because I feel like we're showered with laurels.
Yeah,
So
like
I
it
was
does seem like
whatever,
it
I
just
could
hits.
But I ran out just like earlier. I had 500, then I had 0.
Okay, there you go.
You in the chat room?
No,
Oh, wow,
I
look at us go.
Well, wait, give me a second.
Are
It was
you
following
there?
me.
See, it's good that we got on here early so that we can make sure Bill can grumble his way through that. I appreciate you, Bill. You're helping the D.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hurt you none. Just your soul.
Just your soul.
Okay, how do I mute this damn thing?
There's
It's
a
at
little
the
speaker
if
bottom
you hover
left.
if you hover over the actual video, it's
Yeah.
on the bottom left.
Got it. It's muted now.
There you
Cool.
go.
Look
See,
at
now
that. You got
won't go
6
insane.
viewers.
Ooh. Aren't
Yeah,
we
that's gonna
special?
It's gonna help your average.
Yeah. Everything looks clean, crisp. Clean, clip.
Yeah,
la, 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 la.
the stream itself looks really good. Although you might want to I don't know. Never mind. It because you've set it as Destiny to start with. The little Destiny 2 officials hovering over the adapt chat or the
God.
chat.
Yeah. I know what
Maybe
to do
right
with
before
that.
you start, you could do the little countdown. Like you can turn off the stream and restart it in tabletop, and then that will be the official VOD. Because all this stuff beforehand is stuff you'd want to edit out of a VOD anyway.
Well, yeah, but it just
chat and
automatically uploads, and so I don't really have a means
Well, I
of
mean,
editing
you could
it.
get rid of that video, and then you can just start a new one. Is what I meant.
Oh, you're just talking about something separate from this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I fix.
You fix.
There's it gone. Is it gone?
No, you're gonna have to like restart the stream for it to like disappear.
Oh my goodness.
Disabling the extension doesn't do anything.
I didn't disable it. I full on uninstalled it.
Oh well, it's gonna be here until you stop the stream and start the stream.
Ugh.
I could turn it off though. I mean, like that's easy enough. Like as a user, I can actually make it invisible, but someone would have to know how to do that.
Okay, well, I'll just do a fast disconnect reconnect then. Yeah, it is a good thing that we started early. Here we go. Yeah, now it's reconnecting.
Reconfiguring.
Yeah. It just takes it a minute.
Huh? It's still there. What could you do? I'll just hide it.
That is super weird. Yeah. Okay. Yep, so no fancy intros or anything like that.
Oh, my postmaster is completely out of space. Uh-oh.
Better fix it.
Fix your shit. Oh, God, it's so nice being pinnacle capped. Every piece of gear I get that's like higher level is all the same. It's maxed. Love it.
All right.
I should hit the soft cap sometime this week
Nice. That's dead sexy.
or next week.
Dead
Yeah.
sexy.
I have 3 1550 items so far, so we're trending.
Ooh, I've got the little thing on my shoulder now.
Mm-hmm.
I got the platform. Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting. So you get one for each shoulder. there's on the right side is this weekend when the competitive playlist comes up, like because we're just doing training, so you'll be able to get scores because there's medallions and there's scores. That's really cool. Actually, now that I see it in action, it actually makes a lot of sense. I was like kind of confused because I was like, what? There's so many different things going on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, everything's looking good. Okay.
Hey, you're looking good.
Thanks.
I'll be joining on video here in a little bit. Alright. Skip that for now. Okay, let's put you there. Let's pop you out. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot.
Yeah. Cool. We've only got like 6 minutes. There's the Drew.
The Drew.
Das Drew.
The Drew's on fire. My various Excels of Word documents.
Hey,
What's up, man?
Hello.
Evening.
Getting everybody pulled in. I think, Drew, you're probably the last piece of the puzzle.
I need my OneNote.
OneNote.
And I need my Word doc.
hey, there's like a whole ritual to setting up to these nights.
It's kind of become that way, yeah.
And then your kids show up and wreck everything.
As they should.
I think it's their right.
It does feel like a prerogative, does it not?
I'm going to tell you, tonight was really tough. It was Shadows or Multiverse.
Oh wow.
That is tough.
That's
really
well, I
tough.
mean, that just
That would
goes
be
to
tough for
show
me.
Yeah. Damn. Dedication is there, Drew.
That's true.
I feel like it's that scene from Indiana Jones. You chose wisely.
Oh, Drew, since we have a few minutes, we had Bill do this, but we wanted to ask you to get a Twitch account, and if you don't already have one, and start following D and in the background. I don't know if your internet can handle it, but turn on the stream in the background so that your concurrent viewer. You can just mute it. You don't have to do anything with it. Would that be amenable to you, Drew?
I'm trying to figure out how I would go about doing said things.
Do you have Amazon?
No.
Oh, okay. So you'd have to create an account then if you've never had Twitch.
Does it cost anything or is it free?
No, it's completely
No.
free.
Oh.
They want it. They get you in by doing ads, and there's once D becomes affiliated, once he has 50 followers and fits another bunch of criteria, he's able to do. People are able to subscribe to him, which is basically gives
right.
like a few bucks a month to
Yeah.
support him. So that's why we're trying to get everyone who can to follow him and get him affiliated. My personal goal is I'm going to see if I can get him affiliated by the end of May. Bill was just doing it, and apparently the password requirements are kind of obscene
They're
in a good way.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
they're
very
heavy.
secure.
They are heavy.
They want you to be super in.
They just need to protect their stuff just because there's a lot of information. When you start thinking about what Twitch does, there's just a lot.
There's people peeking into people's lives, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Security's important.
But you'll see the stream and what Bill or what D did to it. It's really cool. Our pictures are bigger. You can see our names easier.
At
and
all?
There's some cool animated stuff.
Honestly.
Well, okay, fair enough.
They just flat out weren't there.
I hate and loathe where we are with passwords nowadays.
With what?
Passwords.
Where we are with passwords.
Oh, yes.
That's why you got to think
Yeah,
about
they already
passphrases.
they had to hear me grump about it. So
Yep.
Hey, I will accept grumping, especially since I'm imposing on you guys to do stuff that you wouldn't want to do normally.
Yeah, that's why I've got a vault. I don't bother with that stuff. Secure that shit away.
I use Firefox's generate password thing if I can.
KeyPass, man. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's pretty much the same thing.
I have my own formula that I have for making passwords. Depending on which level of insanity I want them to use.
You know what's cool is when I developed my password, because I do the same thing probably you do as far as I have a formula and then I just shift it around as I need it. There's no way on God's green earth that anyone would ever be able to social engineer my password out of me. Period. I know that for a fact.
I feel like this is a challenge.
There's nothing you could ask me that would ever even get you close to it. I didn't do the favorite pet or the other weird things that people
Bill
do.
had a really good technique for passwords for a long time that was just original. Mine I sat down and came up with a whole series of things that totally make sense to me that don't make sense to anybody.
Sounds like Ivar's normal. Just how he talks.
All right, we are on the cusp. Looks like
Yep,
things are
we just
doing
need
okay.
Scott to finish.
If they need my
yapping to his
phone
kid.
number, I don't want to give you my phone number. You piss off.
Oh, do they want to do the two-factor authentication?
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have to do
fuck
that,
you.
but you can.
Yeah.
They-
Use
they-
email
they say
instead.
it's a good idea. Yeah. Let's see. What is today? It's the 5th. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Drinko de Mayo.
Isn't that the
Oh,
same thing
there's
where you
the
just put
Scott.
extra mayo on your sandwich?
Yeah, Cinco Mayos.
Cinco
5
mayos.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, now what?
So once you have go to the OCC. Once you have the account, go to this link. That's D's account or his thing. Hit the little heart
Got it.
on the
Got
bottom
it.
right of his thing, and then the next thing you probably want to do
Oh,
is
wow.
mute the chat or mute the stream.
Yeah, got it. I'm on.
Cool. Look at that. We got 4 concurrent viewers just by existing.
Because we're
Oh,
awesome.
the new lights work.
Yeah.
Good.
I feel like Dee and I need a really cool background.
You're welcome to have one.
You can actually set up
Oh.
at the bottom
Wow,
of your.
the delay is so bad.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
you
oh,
mute
don't-
it.
Don't watch the stream.
Well, I
don't
mean,
watch the stream.
just
Mute it.
minimize it. Yeah, I was gonna minimize it.
No, I haven't minimized yet, but it's trapped me because I'm staring at us and it's.
and that's how he's going to play Ivar tonight, folks. He's going to play
Oh,
exactly
Oh, on a
like
20-second delay.
Yeah.
on a 20-second delay.
Oh, I wanted to use
actually, you
this
know what?
background.
That's tonight's chapter. The
Oh my
20-second
God.
delay.
Jesus,
Nice.
what is that?
Oh, that's cool.
It's Cthulhu.
Oh, right.
That's cool.
That's
Drew, if
from.
you wanna set up one of the free
What
backgrounds.
the hell is that from? That was from a
Uh,
TV show. That.
Oh, I can do that? I didn't
Yeah,
know they
it's
had free
free.
backgrounds.
There's free ones. Yeah, if you click the little arrow arrow button next to your camera, and then you'll see a thing that says change video background. And when you select that, you'll see a bunch of ones that are.
Mine
free.
says stop watching or share your screen.
No. So the next to that. So if you
Start
go
an
to our
activity.
videos,
So funny.
left of that.
Hold on, let me see if there's more because I have stuff so minimized.
Ah.
Yeah, no.
Here's what you should be seeing when you hover over our chat or video. Here, I'll show you. Here. It's the one that's highlighted on the left there.
Ooh, let me see. Oh, you know what? I know why.
What's going on?
Okay.
What are y'all doing?
I'm just trying
like
to help him
spacing
get a
out.
background.
Oh,
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, and then if you select change video background, you'll be able to select like blur. You could do one of the ones that come for free, which I think Bill's using right now. And then you'll have a background. Now, Scott's all fancy. He actually paid Nitro. He's paying Discord money to like get premium, and so he can get animated backgrounds and whatever he wants.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm a cheapskate, so I just go with the free stuff.
There's free animated ones.
Well, yeah, the one I'm using right now is animated. It's the little
Yeah,
wumpuses
those little
are,
bobbles.
like moving around. But you get to customize yours.
My kid's gonna be watching our stream tonight.
Ah, so extra
Ooh.
custom. Got it.
Extra cussing.
This
yeah.
is what Ivar sees in his world.
Alright, you turned red at the word hell, so it's gonna be fun.
Operation make Agent Barrack swear in character as much as humanly possible.
Let's teach little Jimmy. I know that's not his name. New words.
To swear like an FBI agent.
Oh my god.
Poppy.
We here at the FBI don't have a
Cover
sense
your
of humor
ears.
that we're aware of.
Thanks, Ken.
not have humor
There
installed.
you go.
in the
You're looking
last
fancy.
Yeah, I don't need people prying into my private office where I have nothing of value.
I had a coworker. Somebody asked, like,
That's
"Oh,
a
how
good
come
one.
you always use a background?" And she goes, "We're coworkers. You haven't earned the right to see my house." And I was like, "Ooh, I like that. Like, just because we
Yeah.
work together, you don't get to see my house. I wouldn't invite you over if we were working in the office."
Yeah. Go ahead. Drew.
Heather has a pet peeve whenever teachers tell kids, they're like, let's all be friends, go see your friend. No, we're not friends. Like, you haven't developed a friendship yet. Like, friendships are developed over time. Like, there's a process for making friends, not just, hey, we're friends. Like, that demeans friendship.
Well, I mean,
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
we're having the same memory.
You've connected over the
What?
internet. The gigadirts are going.
Of
You lost me.
Drew walking up and saying, "Hey, we're friends now."
That was actually Bill that said that.
Oh,
I was sitting
Phil
down
walking up
quietly.
and saying, "Hey, you know we're friends now."
And we've been friends ever since. I thought it was the coolest friend line ever.
You guys have been friends longer than I have because I was still in class for another hour.
Yeah. And we sat outside many of days and just laughed our heads off in a very comfortable fountain area, which they've destroyed and put something else in.
Ew, no, don't tell me that.
Sorry, buddy.
We currently have 6 people.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm sure we have more than that, but
It's neat.
Ya never know.
You
Well, that
never
was
know,
swell.
don't ya?
Okay.
So, Drew, what is the title of this week's episode?
Well, it was originally in the balance, but I kind of like 20-second delay because that just...
it's like the 30 seconds to midnight or whatever. Like,
Oh, the doomsday clock?
yeah, 6 seconds to midnight, but we're like 20-second delay. I gotta quit stuff. So I figured out how to make Discord video a priority,
Nice.
which means I've gotta give it the RAMs that it needs.
The Rams.
Closing the
All the
CRB
RAMs.
down. Because the CRB is a bit of a memory hog.
Yeah. That's a thick one.
Are you
Thick.
saying it's a memory whore?
No, hog.
I keep
Specifically
hearing
hogs.
whore.
Computer.
Here. Oh, here we go. I found a place to. Man, I'm utilizing every inch of my space right now.
Yeah, that's
Like,
you and me
of my
both.
I'm sorry, I just got a letter from a bank that said they can refinance my home now. They'll give me the great deal of 5.25%. I should refinance.
Sick deal.
No, thank you. No,
All right, so
thank you.
last week
How was my mail also a memory hog?
we were fighting the sightless one, and we all attacked it and barely scratched it, and then we tried to land a building on it, and it just split it in two, and then I think there's two concepts of an intent bashing against each other: Void and the sightless
Yeah, I
one
thought
were-
Void basically.
Oh, and we're like in a crystalline structure. That
Yeah, we
got
dropped
like.
the building on him, and
Yeah.
he was having none of that.
Oh, but Riv is outside.
Yeah, so Drew's just sent Riv outside, so she's out there. And then Ivar, the last thing Ivar says, "Get the trap!"
And Barrick was like, "T-shirt cannon."
Well, he didn't actually
And then
shoot
we
it.
did
but I
it,
was
and we were successful.
so successful.
Just
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
it was
won
500
automatically.
It was 500 IP. It was just
500
beautiful.
IP each. Yeah.
Oh. Mm. You were so impressed.
We've got wings officially, just permanent wings.
Oh,
Just
that's
Yeah.
permanent.
Adopted fully into the angelic choir right then and there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
more or
Jacoby.
less what had happened. Is that the back
Less flowery.
the back end of the building there was busted down because Barrick managed to slag all the support beams with his full unloading of the
yeah.
clip, and then
Plant.
yeah, he just went completely bonkers. So when he did that, the back end of the building had collapsed, and everybody was able to kind of get out of the way to some degree to more safe areas. There were reinforcements from where all of you were standing and where Void had appeared, trying to help the situation and prevent the collapse from crushing everybody that mattered. And he managed to do this, but when he was expanding his, I don't know what else to call it, but his alien terraforming outward, the Sightless One did the same thing and started to expand his own. So the two consciousnesses were trying to clash against each other to take control of the area and surrounding points. And that's when Sightless One on his side of it created this strange sort of bladed pillar, which then split in two and shoved all the debris and everything else out of the way and parted that back end, shattering walls and going through all of that, and more or less just kind of clearing the arena, so to speak, so that things were not obstructed. And to the best of my knowledge, I think we left it at Scott's action, in fact.
Really?
I believe we did, yeah.
Ivar was the last.
No, he was the last
pass.
one. Yeah, I just had a missed dot here. Boop.
So
Was
Ivar had done the teleportation, and at that moment, Riv goes out. We drop the building, and Void tries his thing, and that whole pillar thing comes up, and Ivar shouts as Riv stated, we have chaos plus a primal force are combating, and Ivar just shouts, "Get the trap out!"
Yeah. So, and the Sightless One...
It's a trap.
Yeah, the Sightless One was moving all of this stuff around and creating all this havoc, so that basically was his entire turn, just basically being caught in a struggle with Void. So, in fact, that puts us right back round to Riv, who's on the outside of the structure, trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I got a cinematic view of the.
Yep. Yeah, some dark crystalline structure just emerges and jets straight skyward, and then parts, becoming wider and shrugging off all the debris, comes crashing through the wall of the building that you were in, so it goes into the alley and where you're standing, but doesn't intercede you, but goes crushing through it and into the building next. And you can see into where, the sightless one is still standing, but all of the debris and everything else that was in there got crushed and moved out. So now it's just this strange sort of alien terrain that's all over the ground, and you can see where there's a clash of intent where territory is being fought over. Because you can see that Void on the inside is kind of creating hyperstructures that are like preventing the collapse over your companions.
How far out is Riv from the barrier or the outline of this terrain? How far was she teleported away?
You're probably about like 100 feet back. So you can see into where the building is, and you're also just seeing the sightless one there, kind of preoccupied, focused on your team. You're kind of like the odd man out at the moment.
Okay, so at this point, since she's so far out, she doesn't need her granite skin anymore, so she's gonna use her last rune. Let's see what I get.
On the outside.
Well,
interesting. I want to actually take this turn to roll for tactics and speak with the group as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can always speak, but roll your tactics. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to roll the tactics, talk with you, the DM, and then speak with the group based on what I learned.
Do it. Come on, do it.
Do it.
Do it. I dare you.
It's not amazing.
Yeah, this is
so
right now.
She gets to choose what power she wants, and the power she has a selection of right now for her last rune is True Sight and Teleport.
True Sight and Teleport?
That's hella funny. I just teleported you out. What are you doing back?
No.
Because you can teleport to where you have line of sight.
Well, I was thinking of...
So you're just like...
I was thinking of activating True Sight and then just telling everyone, where his points are. It's kind of like a better aura vision, right?
Yeah. True Sight gives you like all kinds of crazy information. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll activate True Sight.
Just doing something. What the hell was I doing?
How far is where's the golem in this space? You said before last week that he rolled out of the space.
He's underneath the canopy being created by Void and with the rest of your team.
Okay. So she's gonna get on the comms and like, hey everybody, see if they're actually still working.
Yeah, they are.
It's like I'm somehow out of the building, and then I'm gonna activate True Sight, and what do I see?
Well, this is where shit gets real.
Every time I've activated True Sight, it's always been not a very helpful thing. But I always gotta do it.
Thankfully, you're not in a demi-plane of hell.
Right.
She might want that, actually. So let me set the mood.
Oh god, he's changing the music too.
Snap.
Alright, so you activate True Sight. You're like, maybe I can tell him where his weak points are. And then you just like, the sight comes on, right? You lose the sense of reality. The fact that you're standing on solid ground is not corroborated by your eyes anymore. You're just out in a vast expanse where space and time are sort of in convergence with each other. There is a being to your left that just can't be identified. Your brain can't wrap around it. There's the rest of your team, Ivar with this, the same sort of weirdly cosmic-like energy sort of flowing through him all the time. And then there's the And then there's the whole weirdly kind of pain traumatic veins running through all of it. You've got Barrick, who looks like this incredibly powerful sort of android, but you can see the veins of the different kinds of energy that are pouring through him, and all of those are cascading into what you would expect to be almost like computer circuitry overlaid a series of proper central nervous system nerve endings. So they're all sort of combining into the rigid, orderly, and the natural, organic, and they're sort of in convergence with each other, and you can see that as a structure, making him much more human, non-human. It's kind of a weird mix of both. One starts, one ends. You can't tell which way. You have Agent X, who looks nothing more than orderly light, basically comprised and put together with intelligence and sentience, but also programmed and somewhat without his own will to a certain degree. There is Dravis, who comes off as more or less the sort of panged knight. He's coming out and he's got like the brawny musculature and everything else like that, but you can see constant tears of blood going out of his eyes all the time, and he's surrounded by all kinds of different kinds of pain everywhere, just wreathing ringlets of like burning hot metal that go around from his arms to his neck, his chest, and everything else. It's all there. So you're witnessing all of this, and what you catch whenever you start to look for as the building basically dissipates, you're basically you're physiologically aware of the fact that the building and the structure physically exists, and that's all you've got, because your eyesight just has vanished, and now you have this breadth of extraordinary space kind of expansing right in front of you, and it's just expanding all the time. Whenever you catch the look at the sightless one, the only thing that happens to come in is a creature that looks like this. As soon as it begins to load, it seems to be fairly large.
Take another picture.
Oh, I'm pulling it from out of that. I've been hoarding this one for a while now. Okay, we're back on this one.
Oh.
Oh, geez. It's loading.
Yeah.
It's the anticipation.
Dormammu.
Like Dormammu meets Mysterio.
Well, this thing is sitting there in all of its vastness, tightly compacted into what seems to be some sort of human form, but in reality you're looking at this thing and it is large enough to swallow worlds, and you're standing directly in front of it. You feel incredibly small, infinitesimally small. It's almost like you're unable to truly fathom exactly what this thing is. You see its tethering into the reality and its absolute shattering of it at the same time. It doesn't conform to the traditional laws of nature. It is utterly and completely immortal, which is why dealing with it in any capacity has to be done in the way that you've been, trying to manage in the first place. What is most eerie is that the moment you catch sight of its true form, you also have to make a sanity check, and it immediately notices you the second you actually see it for what it is.
Sure.
Freaking Goldblum. Love that dude.
He was great as the Grandmaster.
He was epic as that character. I just love he was being himself.
Okay, sanity check.
I mean, Lord Sparkles.
Roll 1d100.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
watching tomorrow.
My sanity's at 80, so I got under it. I was able to retain.
You managed to hold it in there, but there is. You've never seen anything like that in your experience, ever. Even Purgatory kind of pales in comparison, and this thing is just massive. So, taking note of it, you're just kind of like, ugh. And it's right there. And obviously, well, you would consider it hostility, but you kind of catch it as just raw nature. Now, here's what you can notice, even the fact that your sanity check pulled through. It is creating all kinds of chaotic distortions, some of which is having immediate effects on its area that surrounds this humanoid form that it's decided to take. And the destruction of it is very, very, very corrosive. So if you get too close, literally your matter will start to dissolve because it can't hold together. That's the reason why, and it suddenly clicks in your head whenever you're looking at that, going like, that's why your armor started to smoke and do what it was doing, because the material was starting to become absolutely and utterly untangled. So he disrupts matter just being in his presence, and he seems to be able to control it depending on what he's doing. There is a large number of what seem to be powerful pulsating shields that surround it. You can tell that he's not going to be nearly as vulnerable, and it's going to take a lot of impact or a lot of something very heavy to get him to get knocked down. And then you can see the overall level of exhaustion that he's got, and it's kind of like making clear that even now, if you were to attempt the trap, it would be faulty at best. There has to be a lot more exhaustion brought onto him, but you're not sure because what you're looking at that in terms of its strength, it is incredibly strong. So, you know, it's going to require some form of pummeling, but you can tell that magic is going to be very difficult to push against it. It's going to be very hard to overwhelm it with anything. And, you know, mentally, it doesn't follow and conform to the same rules or thoughts of what is, you know, given right or wrong or any of that. So it's utterly insane, but somehow or another entirely stable in that insanity.
Okay. That was a lot of information. I'm glad
Well, yeah.
she lived to survive that. So on the comms, she's gonna be like, okay, this guy's a big bad. Ivar, I need you. I need you out here.
And you just hear Ivar.
Ivar changes the music.
Ivar's Ivar. Ivar is where Ivar needs to be. Where are you?
You
You're
need to
safe,
be
right?
here. Out. You need to be out of there. That's what she's saying. Her plan right now is to get back some of her powers. Like, she needs to regenerate her runes so that she can, like, the true sight's not going to be useful, but she also relays to the rest of the group. It's like, this guy is not ready to be captured yet. I can see it, and we're not ready. We need to do more damage. That's the best I can come up with.
We need to hit it harder. Yeah.
And she's gonna reposition herself so that, like, my goal right now is like line of sight, a way that I could see where Ivar could come out and meet me. Basically, I want to relay that information. It's like I'm heading towards X. Like, I'm heading towards X. Meet me there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Flagpole.
Flagpole.
That's the end of my turn. Like, she's not gonna attack. The whole turn was her, like, seeing that, surviving the sanity, and then moving to a new position.
Riv,
can
you give us any idea of what we're facing?
I don't have words that can convey that. That's her answer. I don't have words.
Actually, probably what's startling is the fact that she's being so, like, concise in her language, not impulsive.
Right. I need to get you guys wired up with video. Barrett's just muttering to himself, how come not everybody else is streaming all the time?
Ivar still is very confused on where here is. He's like, I'm here.
No, I mean, I'm saying here, but, like, in the game, I'm actually saying, meet me over there. Like, I'm telling you physically, like, in my words, there's a place over here.
I recognize that, and okay. Ivar's response is like, what do you mean? Like, because remember, Ivar just came out of his weird, wherever he is. He's like, he walked into chaos, saw, oh shit, teleported everybody, and then in his mind, you guys all got left. He's trying to figure out where he is. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
His sanity's still not fully back.
I need to recharge. That's all I was just saying. So I need my powers.
You need
The enemy is not dead. You need your powers.
Ivor, I
Mark,
need your
that's you.
sweet touch.
Absolutely. Come at me, brother. There you go. That's my turn. It's not super exciting, not cinematic, but
Very important.
yeah. I mean, she's still moving through that space of infinite expansion.
Yeah,
So,
she's trying to keep herself steady and not lose it.
at the very least,
I
I'll be
just-
able to see attacks coming at me from a magical sense. I'll be like, okay, there it is. Just back up.
I just see Riv like taking this all in, and the whole time staring at this thing, trying to keep her sanity. Like, I need you here, like now. Like that moment when someone like sees a spider and they're
Yeah.
like, I can't let the spider go. I can't take my eyes off it.
Oh,
You need to
right,
get here and
right.
kill it.
Because
Yeah,
if you
that's
blink,
pretty
and
much
it's
what I was
gone, that's
thinking.
way worse.
That's how I was what I was trying to put myself in when I was saying what I was saying.
Yeah.
So, yes, you caught what I was laying down.
All right.
The end of my turn.
Nothing's worse. Nothing's worse than a vanishing spider.
Oof. Yeah.
You're
Where
always
you hit
wondering
and
where
then
it's
it
at.
falls. And
Have
then,
you seen the GIF where the guy's like doing this and it like falls and then
Oh.
falls in the ground? And it's like okay, all right, burn the building down.
Gonna- Yep.
So Dravis picks up over comms at this point, and because there's still the shifting, moving, like 'cause this is happening in rather rapid succession. Because you're like, oh shit, we need to do more, like, and Dravis just takes acknowledgement of that, puts his hand up, and he's like, up to his ears. He's like, don't worry, I think we can do something about this. He starts to take a look around, trying to get an idea of what he might be able to use. And then he gets this kind of funky grin. And he's like, Void. And Void's just sitting there straining against this whole energetic situation. He's like, yes. And can you give me some projectiles, large debris, anything, just something huge? And you can see that the two of them are still competing. He's like, I can try. Like, and more or less begins trying to create these larger stones. Well, he creates these kind of partial boulders the size of basketballs, and they look very dense. And Draves just nods his head like, that'll do. He lets his rune lock get holstered right into the side, picks one of these boulders up, picks up another one in his other hand, and he's like, alright, let's see if I can still do it. And hurdles these things directly at the sightless one, trying to disrupt him in some capacity or another. Alright. Oof. Alright, let's see what he's got. I'm gonna do a little bit of luck there. Thank God I did. Jesus.
No, uses H. Christ.
Ivor
Right.
teleported. I need to figure out how to make my headphones not disappear into the.
What you
Right.
need is a green screen behind you so that you can like chroma key it out.
He hurls these two stones directly at his target. They go whizzing past. You can see that he actually tries to actively dodge them,
Kind of works. Uh huh.
which is kind of significant in its own right. The two stones go whirling past, shattering off into the distance, and then he just kind of like looks at him and is like, well, he tried to get out of the way, that's something, and carves this sort of strange motion in the air, just does this, and you can see a ripple of something coming out from where he's standing. It looks kind of like this blade almost, comprised entirely of the atmosphere itself, warping things and causing odd reflections. Yep. There we go.
Bing blade.
There we go. Oh, damn. I forgot he was crazy like that. Yeah. And... wow. Bruh! He did it. Okay, cool. So, yeah, he whips that thing out. There's actually this sort of subtle hissing sound as he goes hurtling out across. He tries to make yet another movement out of the way and is unable to do so. However, the attack itself manages to dissipate much the same way that all the other ones have dissipated in the past. The blade hits, there is this strange arcing blue kind of light that happens, and the spell or whatever it is that he was doing completely shatters, breaking out and around him. You can see the pieces of this semi-condensed atmosphere and blade just whirl around towards his back and then fizzle out. Graves just shakes his head like, damn it. All right.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Who created the wind blade?
That was Dravis.
Okay, that's okay.
All right. Of course, you're watching this Agent X, and now it's, you know, you're clear that there's obviously something very strange about the way that he is protected. Your go.
Okay.
That was my favorite knife.
So what he's gonna do is, because he's just gonna keep it in range for the moment.
Right.
So he's gonna fire off 3 blasts
Okay.
and then just leave that as his action. So he's testing the situation again.
Yeah, because the Sightless One is still kind of straining. He's not moving much. He is trying to juke and dodge out of the way of certain things, and then not others. Either from sheer confidence or from something else. Nice. Alright, fire away, good sir.
Yep, 30,
Wow.
30, 31.
So, 2 of the blasts...
AP
Yeah.
Mundane, AP Magic, Scorch.
Not a problem. Right. Alright, what's the damage for it, sir?
It's going to be 30 a pop.
30 a pop?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And again, you witness the same thing that you saw from before. It seems as though there isn't much that manages to penetrate. Something's happening where it's just not pushing through. So he ends up taking those hits, but it's not slowing him down much. He just grins a little bit more with this sort of manic type expression growing on his face as these attacks batter and fail, batter and fail, batter and fail. But yours are still getting through because you can still see some damage happening, but it's just not having the impact or it's not the threat you're hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
What were you shooting?
Plasma.
Okay.
Alright, well, after those blasts, Barrick, you've reloaded your shotgun, and time is now, sir.
So, I'm gonna turn on my aura sight,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever I do for it.
Yeah.
Hit the little dial on the side. It's a toggle, like, because I want to see if I can see if there's an angle or an approach I can take, or a type of ammunition that seems to possibly work better, or if maybe no ammunition and I need to go hand to hand with Ripper Claws, like whatever.
Right, something needs to get through it. You're not entirely sure what.
And I can tactics as
yes,
well.
Go for it.
True. Put the glasses back on. Strategery.
All right, so 14 tactics plus aura sight.
So what you see in his aura is something that's very similar to what Riv is experiencing, but probably 1/1 billionth of the magnitude. The precise nature of his structure is extraordinary. There is something like a whirling chaos. There's nothing else to say that really makes any sense. The fact that it's taken up vague human form is something miraculous in and of itself, because with the aura sight, you can see its interweaving cosmic force just pulling together and multiple shifting points throughout the actual body that it's created for itself. But there's just that same murky, thunderous, cloudy type energy that you would got when you were in Purgatory, and you remember the sky as just being like these roiling dark gray clouds with thunder and lightning just kind of going through it all the time. It's kind of like that, but manifested as something almost physiological, and you can see it surrounding and penetrating every part of his physique. So it's all kind of like that. And everything else besides that, there's a secondary field that's in and around him, which is causing that sort of strange disruption. You're seeing things that are just being annihilated in and around his person using that aura sight. Which may have a contributing factor to some of why this is being so ineffective.
Yeah, Riv should have said something about that, but she didn't. Because last time Bill had analyzed it too and said it's like corrosive. But now, both of us, Barrick and Riv, know that it's more atomic than that.
Well, I think that if possible, I'm going to switch to my handgun.
Okay.
Get out the hand cannon.
With the hallowed rounds.
Oh.
And see. We've tried energy, we've tried regular.
Yep.
Try a different flavor. and see if that makes a difference. So I'm gonna do we'll get 6 shots per attack.
Yep.
How many bullets are in your magazine?
It's 12, so I have to reload.
After two rounds of this.
Yeah.
Do you fan? Like, does your gun have like a
A hammer?
It's not a revolver.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No,
I was kind of hoping it was.
He's using a semi-automatic is what he's got.
Oh.
And if he had a
So
Glock...
he's doing what I used to do with the gun, where you hold it like this and go...
Well, and then I have like the reload thing.
Fastest fingers in the west. Or east, I guess, in this case.
Right. Alright, attack. How do you want me to roll this?
So, in this case, you can probably...
I get 4 attacks and 6 shots, and I don't think you want me to roll 24 dice.
No. In this case, I would just say just roll 4 times, each one encompassing, because we're treating it like bursts in this case.
Right. All right.
Because that's a lot of rounds fired out.
Second, the third, and the fourth.
Right. So you empty both magazines in his direction. Those are heavy. Wow.
And we're like, oh, that's so awesome, but then I have to go and like delete 24 bullets from my ammo list. And I have to do
You're
math.
like, no. All right, and you've got two pistols, 12 rounds each, right?
Ammo.
I'm sorry, what?
You've got 2 pistols, 12 rounds each, yes?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So it's AP 6. But on the old thing, not the.
Yeah.
And
what's their damage?
26.
26?
Mm-hmm. It's very reliable. It's concealable in a jacket.
That's true. So these seem to have much more of an effect that you would expect because, so this is all, mind you, this is all kind of happening simultaneously because he's hurtling those stones. You've got, everything else happening behind that. So you're shooting your shots as, X is wrapping his thing up and you switch weapons, get everything ready, unload these magazines, and it seems that he gets knocked around with this. And there's kind of another point where he's going to have to sort of strain, but you can see the impacts as they actually come shattering through. Here's what's interesting. There is a
I was wondering with my aura sight what it looks like as they.
Well, everybody can actually see this, so you're not sure that it's aura sight or not. But when the projectiles penetrate that field, everybody gets this weird, strange sort of multi-fractional refraction of light. It just kind of goes punching right through that, but you see this sort of strange star and corona effect as they go through it. And the impact seemed to actually register this time as he starts to realize that there is something very strange about what had passed through his eminent field. So he takes several steps back after taking a whole 24 rounds.
A gun caught a bitch.
Right?
So Barrick will communicate that on the comms.
Very Barrick.
This is my blessed ammunition. It appeared to work. If you've got anything holy, I suggest using it.
Holy shit! That's Riff's response.
Oh, I'm getting the video stutter again on Twitch.
That's weird.
The video has been off and on.
It rolls back to the lube gif and then to the sunglasses going back on and then back it's jumping around.
Oh, that's not happening, but for me the stream is pausing for a second and buffering.
Oh, it just did that. Oh,
Yeah.
and now it's current.
Yeah.
So weird.
That is weird.
It's just
That's
on
very
my
strange. Yeah.
Holy shit, lava. I love it. I love it.
Right, so that goes penetrating through, and now you've got Ivar kind of standing there, mildly confused as to where Riv is located, and kind of in the midst of a strange argument to why, how, or where. But, you suddenly realize that something is causing it to affect.
And Ivar at this moment, because remember when we came in, he had been talking to Void, so his initial focus on this conversation and the way I'm playing the story out is Ivar's watching this whole the combat that's going on between Void and the Outsider, and he's just about to say something to Void. He's like, Void! And then he hears Riv. He's like, where are you? It's, all discombobulated. Is Riv within his 250-foot reality?
Wouldn't you have to be to
Yes.
teleport me?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. No, she's definitely within that
logic.
Yeah. No, and she would be because of that exact reason.
So what I'm wondering here, D, just mechanics of if this can happen on this turn. Ivar almost wants to be like, okay, I know Riv needs something, but I really need to focus on Void. He almost, and he knows that Riv wants his touch. He almost wants to just stick his hand through a portal and grab her hand and then pull it back and go about his business, like this quick motion.
Yeah, that's literally almost a free. That's literally a free action of a sort. It's almost like just dropping a potion on somebody, like, here, eat it, and leaving. That's basically the same thing.
And so Ivar's like, Void, where are you? What's going on? And then he hears Riv, he needs it, and all of a sudden his hand just disappears into the void, and Riv feels his hand grab hers, and
Bwomp.
Riv gets some joy.
Wait, just a second. There's a funny moment, but like, I want to. What does Riv actually see? She has true sight on. What does that look like to her?
Well, it just
like,
kind of looks like
coming out of like.
Well, you see a strange kind of interspatial wormhole construct itself over from your left. Yep, and then you reach through, and you can see his like physiology stretch through that wormhole, being completely distorted, and then touches you. And of course, again, the strange sort of like the luminescent cosmic forces of his body and structure just kind of like flowing through. You can sort of see like it's illuminating from the inside of his body, and it just touches you, and you can see this like pulse of light go through and go bwomp as it refeeds everything. Yeah.
I have 10 runes. I definitely am going to be using that next turn.
And as he's pulling his hand back, he's talking to Void like, Void, you look like you need assistance. Can Ivar support you?
He's like, anything you can do to help would be appreciated.
Ivar is just going to do a... Would he recognize what Void is trying to do with his powers, and can he almost add in as a boost?
You recognize it as just another form of reality shift. The only thing is that it's this strange sort of... it's a form of stable antimatter that doesn't clash or explode whenever in contact with regular matter, because it's a form of structured chaos that allows itself to exist. But
so
reality
Ivar
shifting.
can almost amplify it.
Yeah, you could probably piggyback on top of him. Yep.
Ivar wants to do that and bring in just a little bit of a twist of divine order. And he is going to, as he supports and tries to stabilize this, if Ivar's powers come from recognizing and seeing the divine, he recognizes that the divine has organized chaos. And he wants to bring sort of the light of the divine to this and support Void. What would Ivar's target be to...
Well, your target's going to be
this
10, just
support?
like his is, because you're competing against an extraordinary will trying to conquer things. And if you want, you can make that an extended roll, if that's what you would like to do.
I think I could do that extended roll.
All right, let's go for it. Let's see what we got here.
Well, right now we're at a -1.
Yeah, probably a good idea that we've extended things out, you know?
Doesn't he have his luck back?
No.
Oh.
We're still in -2.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, he's
negative
still
two.
at -2. Jesus.
Oh Jesus. Oh God.
-4?
-4.
Oh, maybe this is not a good idea.
I don't know why I suggested this. -3. I think I may have fucked you all. I'm sorry. Oh. Well, we're at the 0 again.
Back to 0.
All right,
Okay.
stay frosty, guys. We're almost there.
One!
Hey, we're
One
one.
success.
One. One success.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Last one. One success.
Whew.
That was stressful.
That could have gone bad fast.
That was
So
looking like it
Ivar's
was going to
like, "I
go
will
down
help
the
you."
shithole so quick. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be
Ivar's
mudslide to
having this
hell.
conversation as he's reaching through the wormhole, like, don't worry, I can do 2 things at once. And then he realizes how shitty this is and, like, pulls back and goes, no, I need to pay attention to this.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right. You feel the tremendous amount of will that is needed to be able to do what you're doing, and you can feel yourself in combination with Void. There is this like incredibly strong clash going on, and you can feel the presence of this entity now influencing everything here on the physical plane, and it's, you're standing behind this. So it's like, imagine that you're behind this peculiar phalanx and trying to stop something from like pushing over, but it's more like a phalanx versus a tsunami wave, and you're already in a pitched sweat trying to maintain this along with Void, because now, as long as they're in your field of view, your reality shift and theirs are in competition, no different than Void's. And so it's this mad
it feels like
struggle.
It's almost like we're in a scrum.
Yeah.
We're in a scrum.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are trying to take territory, and it's everyone against everyone at this point.
Shield wall.
Yeah, anytime somebody turns their camera off, it swaps stuff around. It's stupid. Which is interesting, because all you have to do is just stand up and walk away, and the background will just do.
I'm back.
Yep.
Oh.
It's hilarious. Alright, so, yeah. You've got all of that going on at this point, and Ivar is in mid-strain.
Oh, I filled back in the space, so all is well.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, what's funny is that with the backgrounds on like that, you guys don't have to turn your cameras off. You can just leave, and it will be like...
That means I gotta put on pants when I'm doing here, though. You're muted. You're muted, Drew, or Scott.
So then you're gonna see what I'm wearing below the t-shirt.
Alright. At this point, everyone... you're all standing there trying to assert yourself. There's the pressure between the two of you, and there is a slow movement forward from, where Void and Ivar are now caught in this struggle, and you can see that his influence over the reality is starting to push outward, centering around the two of them and towards your opponent. When this happens, there's just this huge, malefacting shriek that comes from out of the Sightless One, as he's pushing against that, and there's a reverberation, except for it's not a physical screech that can affect that, so you don't get to bypass it this time.
Not this time.
My grandfather used to do that. Kids would get loud, he just turned down the hearing aid.
Always an advantage somewhere.
Hey, D, are you dropping frames? Because the stream is buffering again.
Nope. Looks clear as hell from here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it's working great.
Okay. Must be my internet then. Anyway.
Right.
Sorry.
this-
Reverberation.
I do notice after the kids are home that my streaming suffers dramatically when there are now 3 iPads watching Netflix.
8. Alright. Alright, this will be the interesting thing. Take that
I've been trying to do clips.
I saw that. You've been doing the... I don't know why object shows up. Like, it shows up fine in, like... I actually saw D's OBS. And in the preview, it shows everything perfectly. And yet, when it gets actually to the stream, it's object.
Okay.
Still
So
sounds-
bizarre.
I think the reason why it does that is because of streaming mode on Discord. It has a tendency to blank things out so you can't see stuff.
Oh.
That would do it.
Okay, so Ivar, I need you to make a will save, but you have to do it with 2 dice less. It's still a difficulty of 10, but you need to roll 8 dice, not 10.
This is gonna go well. I feel it.
Everybody will have to get this. So who else? Who's got a 9 will? Who else has got 10 will, rather?
You said target 10?
Yeah.
Wait, you
And
don't roll
this is
1d10. You'd roll...
I roll 8d10.
Yeah.
Oh, where did you roll it? Did you roll in the wrong chat?
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
That was my extended roll.
Oh, okay.
It would be a -1.
Gotcha. So anybody else who's got a will of 10? Okay, will of 9. Will of 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Will of 7.
Okay.
7 of
so
7 of 9, yeah.
God. Will 7 and
Very right.
8. Will 7 and 8. You need to just make a will roll as well. No penalty on dice, but you have to beat. Yeah, just go ahead and roll your will,
An 11.
please. Yeah, an 11.
80, 10,
Is the same target?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I roll the same.
Pretty
as
much everybody else now.
I'm going to bump up the one.
Jesus! Holy
Guys, I don't
God!
want to roll.
So,
It's like Schrodinger's roll. If I don't roll,
so
I'm at 0. I just went with 0.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend some luck.
All
Yeah,
right.
same. I spent 1 luck.
I'm invincible.
So I spend some luck to negate the ones. Okay. And I have Iron Will, so I get 1 success. So I got 2 successes. So we're
Right, and I believe that Barrick has Iron Will also.
good.
I need to get Iron Will.
It's been proving needed in this campaign.
Right. So, Bill, Barrick, the two of you, you can feel the pressure of the impact of the psychic, of the psychic assault that's starting to come across. Riv and Ivar, owie. So,
If only we had human brains to contend with this thing.
yeah, right.
Clearly, machine wins.
Yeah.
High
This
five
is
into
a,
the sunset
so
as you two go insane.
This is a psychic attack, correct?
Yes, it is. And the thing about that being is that Ivar, you have what, -1?
-1, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So, Riv, you're suffering from agonizing pain from pure chaotic, flaying of the mind. And as such, for right now, you have like a -2 on all your combat rolls. Ivar, you have -3.
Okay.
Alright.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw
Thank
that. I saw
goodness
that
I
coming. I saw the
opted.
wave, and that's how I'm gonna RP.
Well,
Like,
what
I
you
the
saw
wave
here
coming,
is
I was
this
like, oh,
mass,
Jesus.
this mass cosmic explosion. When you actually see the chaos filter out, it rips right through, and you can see yourself and Ivar. Oh yeah, and I gotta check out for Dravis too.
I opted for that Juggernaut helmet, so I'm good.
Juggernaut, bitch.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Oh yeah,
Bullet Tooth Tony.
yeah. Even Dravis is like on his knees, kind of crouching and holding his head like this. Like there's just rampant pain. So X and Barrick, you notice that there are 3 companions that now have suffered something that seems to have inhibited them in some other way, and it looks agonizing as hell. What is interesting is that you guys notice that you managed to fend off the attack in and of itself. Alright. So now, Riv, you're breathing heavy, trying to get past all this pain and agony that's rippling through your body, and you have to figure out a way to get this thing. You see that it is definitely tethered to the physicality of this world, which means that it is, somehow or another capable of being hit, capable of being defeated. You've heard Barrick's statements, and after this rippling wave of psychic attack has managed to culminate over everyone, you're still sitting there thinking straight enough to be able to still make your strikes.
I'm using one of my advantages, concentration.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what she's first gonna do is activate her runes twice. She's gonna just completely shut down. Like she's gonna do the Thor thing and pull back her gauntlet.
Right.
Because the golem is not gonna be useful anymore, or it probably could be, but she's just pulling back.
Yep.
2D.
So you see it come whipping around over the top. It comes bursting over some crystals and then lands at lands on your arm and reformulates itself.
All right. Okay. So you said that it looks like an alien kind of space. You said that he's terraforming.
Oh yeah, he's reformulating the area and the terrain in and around you, and he's in competition with Void doing the same thing.
Alright.
This is like the pink, blue, Sleeping Beauty
God.
at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Just like a life or death situation.
Yeah, way less cutesy, I guess. is the word.
I guess so. What Riv activates is like while she's like struggling to move, she kneels to the ground for a second, and you see her if anyone was looking, you'd see 2 of the runes glowing, and the first thing you see is wings pop out of her back and kind of cover her up, and then like floosh, like she goes upwards. So she got the celestial wings, and then I mean she's just gonna be a hellfire. She's gonna rain fire on them. She got psychokinesis as her second power, so she's just from above, just like hurtling fire at them.
Okay. Slapping all that stuff out, huh? Right on.
Yeah. So I guess I just do. This says it's based on my melee, so will plus melee skill. My will is 8. My melee skill is 9. But I need to do -2 because of the check the thing that's going on.
Oh my god. See
So
so close. Oh god, I can't read it. I'll have to read it later.
Is that from the blacklist?
Looks like it.
So since I did 2 of the rune actions, I that used one of my melee kind of
Yeah.
skills. So I only have that one attack, 18. She's
Okay.
just sending fire at him.
All right.
Nice.
Trying to send it out in big plumes. Yeah.
It's not a fireball, but you know, it still does something.
Yeah.
She's gonna be cycling it
Something
each round though, like
Take
It's
its
gonna go-
attention.
electricity and then kinetic damage and then earth, water, all that stuff.
Heart.
Go planet.
I think that joke gets made every time.
Yeah,
It's
as
got
it
to.
should.
Yeah, if it didn't happen, I'd be worried.
Okay.
I guess I am looking kind of celestial right now, huh? The wings and fire coming down.
I love the Don Cheadle Captain Planet.
All right, so you start
Yeah,
bringing
Rift's
down the
terms have been
fire
really
and the
boring.
flame, trying to disrupt this creature any way you possibly can, and it looks to be that, you know, you're just doing the best that you've got for what's happening right now. You can't really tell what's happening to him because the flames are engulfing him, kind of in gouts and bursts. Dravis again tries to.
Distraction.
Yeah, Dravis again ends up picking something up, trying to do something with it since his previous attacks were sort of made lame rather instantly, and his own shots from his rune lock were of no use. He goes charging up to the thing, crossing the threshold between where these two people are competing, taking up one of these other final stones, but inside of his armor, he's shoved his hand mostly inside of it, and then you can hear some crunching, right? So he can bring up this thing, and Void kind of catches sight of what he's trying to do, and you can see that there's a weird manifestation of like spines and spikes that kind of erupt onto it. And, you know, Dravis just nods, and just charges directly towards his target, trying to go into it. You can see Void again sort of does this weird buckling motion as he's more or less created a morning star on his hand.
Nice.
Yep.
Ivar needs to get ordained or something so he can anoint our stuff
Right? True
in a
faith.
sure he
holy
can do
way,
that.
not his normal way. Good morning, Grayley.
Oh, hey, really?
Oh, really? Love that. I love that joke. Hello there.
Hello there.
I used it earlier.
I know,
and
so did
think you
I. I try to
too,
use it
Dee.
anywhere I can. It's just so good.
Best.
All right, so he's got
Kenobi
this
show's coming out.
basketball-sized crystalline formation that he's burrowed his hand into, which now has these thick spikes on it. He goes rushing towards that target. Void seems to buckle slightly whenever he goes crossing over this threshold. Obviously, it seems that it's going to take some kind of pressure to be able to maintain the ability to keep that material in place based on what they're doing. So it's causing some extra strain, and you can see where he's starting to recede backward. But with that in mind, Dravis makes several swinging strokes trying to embed this thing into his skull. It moves, shifts in rather deliberate and incredibly fast ways, but ends up missing a stroke as he does 1-2 strikes and then comes with a backhand and swats him completely, causing that stone the stone that was attached to his hand to shatter utterly, and it sends this guy absolutely flying.
Yes. Okay, so a successful melee strike.
Right, but using odd and alien material, which seems to have had an effect, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there is actually no steaming that comes off of his armor or anything else like that, and when he made that contact, especially with your aura sight, you realize that the two of them, you know, the strange field that was surrounding and causing annihilation in and around his person had absolutely no reaction to that same, like, substance as he was making the swing at close range. Holy blades.
Holy diver.
Every time.
Ivar's just watching this the whole time, and he's fighting his pain, but he like part of him sees something go through. He's like, "What was that?"
Ivar's like, copy paste.
I want more of that.
Dravis, what did you do?
There we go. And he's like, Dravis, of course, has kind of got that sort of accelerated, almost manic, like he's like, I hit him with his own shit, that's what, like that, and starts pursuing where he knocked the enemy out.
You hit him with chaos?
There's a thought.
X?
You see a light bulb appear above Ivar's head.
Ding!
Light
Literal, you got like a
bulb.
Wumpus light bulb above your head.
All right, so X, you kind of watch this as you're sort of observing the seriousness of the situation. Dravis still manages to get a hit, even though he was missing horrendously. You can tell that there's definitely some kind of pain or agony he's dealing with, but it is not stopping him from being effective. And you take notice of this. Of course, it seems that this has gotten to a point where the damage was significant, because he goes whirling back out of reach and crashing into some more of his own self-made structures, which seem to have that spiny, thorny-looking appearance to it, and you can hear the crack as he goes slamming into it. Dravis, of course, is incredibly strong, as people have taken note, and as such, there is kind of this subtle, like, slumping motion that you can see inside of the Sightless One as he's trying to get himself going. But yeah, Agent X, whatever you might be able to formulate, you seem to have an opportunity to do something.
Make chaos.
So he's got his charge. He saw that the plasma did like a little bit of damage,
Yep.
but not kind of fizzled really. He's just assessing everyone's attacks and what's working, and he remembers that Barrick had basically said that the holy rounds had worked, or they had been observable that they worked.
Right. Anything infused with some kind of divinity, apparently.
Yeah. And he goes, gods, pesky, temperamental. Now, and he's just looking around, and he's going to roll tactics to see what he can do, whether that mean gather up shards of material and just like pelt it at him. I don't know. But we're going to do a tactics roll. And tactics. $18.
Nice tactics.
Yeah, not bad. Wow. Even with that impact, wow, that's crazy. Alright, so it seems to be that the two most penetrative things that you have at your disposal is whatever this chaos material is. Somehow or another, that seems to go through whatever primary defenses he seems to have. The secondary thing that you seem to have at your disposal would be anything infused with any kind of divinity. And the second one's much more difficult for you to manifest since you deal in the arcane, not so much the divine. And there is plenty of material that seems to be disposable. If you were to give yourself a bit of a weapon, you might be able to get Void to do this. Now, Void manages to push that same boundary further forward the second that Dravis makes that impact, after he was just about ready to lose that. So you can see that the fight is starting to push the other way as the Sightless One is trying to maintain control of the space.
So he just looks at Void with his blaster and his claws and goes, "Bless these." He's just assessing it the best way that he can.
And was like, "I cannot bless, but if you're asking for something that can be used, I think I understand what you're going for." And you can see this elongated kind of strange, almost spear sharpened staff sort of thing emerging directly in front of you. Excuse me. And it just kind of formulates from out of that same material. He's like, "It will become very difficult for me to maintain when you're on his side of it, but I'll do my best."
Alrighty, so he is going to, with him reeling from Dravis's attack, he's going to... Is he within 8 meters?
Within 8 meters? No, he's farther than that.
Farther than that?
Yeah, because
okay,
Dravis
so
ended up punching his ass way out.
Okay, so
he's still within movement. He's still within movement range. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna move into distance and then blink behind him while he's distracted.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna. It's staff or spear.
It's basically, it looks like a staff, but it's a toothpick staff, but it's really sharp at one end. Try to imagine that you're fighting basically with a huge needle.
Okay, that's fine. So he's basically he's just
Thanks,
gonna
Ken.
He's gonna
thanks everybody.
Sprint.
Scott,
he's gonna sprint forward, and then blink, and then stab.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see. It needs to be a will check. I get at least one automatic success because of Iron Will. Okay, 70. 10. So, yeah.
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 Well,
1,
Stab.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees of success on blink.
yeah. I mean, you pull it off with flying colors, so there you go. You're like, bloop.
Literally. Nyan Cat Pop Tart behind you.
It's a melee attack.
Right.
Use my last luck just to make that a 21.
Okay. You mean a 22?
Yes.
Gotcha. Alright, so you blink up behind him, you see him he's slumping down like this, and he comes up standing into a position again where he can get to his right flank. And
He does have surprise on that though. Sorry.
right, if he doesn't succeed at a combat sense awareness, which he actually does in this case. So you stood up. When you appear behind him, you see his head turn around at an unnerving angle, like an owl would be able to do, and he's just got his slightly indented edifices here, just kind of like this, and he's getting repetitive like that, and you try to make the strike at the same time, and he's just moving to the side out of the way, and now you've got his attention, but the strike didn't manage to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got to make sure that I... No, you come back here. Yeah. Oh no, he's got... Yes.
So he used one range and one melee. So
Yep.
he blinked the range, meleeed the one.
And then whatever you want to do besides that... Oh, wow. Dude, Void is holding this shit together. You don't feel any part of the new... that chaos matter that you're holding in your hands doesn't fluctuate, but you can feel the reverberation in it. Analytically speaking, you're actually sensing, a certain kind of sentience within it.
So we're gonna do 2 more melee attacks with the spear, and then he's going to cast a barricade between him and
Yeah,
the
I
target.
gotcha.
I know what that looks like now from watching the D2 streams.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so 27, then a fail.
All right, so you strike him once. Obviously, are you going for like a pierce or more of a bludgeon?
Pierce, because he's gonna pierce, and then he's gonna flub the second pierce, and as he flubs it, he's gonna cast the barricade as a defensive measure.
Well, in this case, like you stick him with the first one, you can hear him grunt. You just, you hear that "Urgh!" like that as you actually stick it inside right here at the abdomen level, and he gets really, really furious. You can see the consternation in the physical, like the musculature of the face. When you withdraw and go to like do the second one, he ends up shattering it at the haft of the shaft, like right above your fist, and you throw up the barricade at that point. So you got a hit on him. That was good. What's your body, X?
Okay, the body is a total of 16.
Very nice. Yep, so you throw up that barricade. Okay. Alright, Barrick. You see a successful attack again as he ends up taking a hit, and he kind of curls over and then breaks that strange, oddly greenish tinted, volcanic looking glass weapon that was created. And, you're just kind of like now in a position where Dravis and X are actually at close range. You have Riv, who's kind of working in the air out and above you, trying to hit this thing with other stuff without affecting everyone else. Yeah. So, and yeah. So let's see what you got going on here, man.
Well, as much as I want to mix it up and, go in for a close action, I think I might just stick with the stay at range. I don't want it to get too crowded in there.
You hear all of a sudden over comms, Barrick, do you need some help from Ivar bringing up your divine shots?
What do you propose?
Ivar tries to make things bigger and a little more holy.
Sure. Would I would delay then until your turn?
You'd have to delay until Ivar's turn.
I can do that. Yeah, but you better be ready.
Ivar's working on it.
Alright, I will go to a lower initiative until Ivar's ready to extra holy my bullets.
You're muted.
You're muted, but I'm sure you said something really funny.
Yeah, I was like... Yeah, so Like I said, which is right now because Ivar's turn hits right after you.
So Ivar's down a -3. Does he need to do anything to maintain Void, or is that?
Void seems to be handling it for right now, and if you're going to boost this up, you can put all of your attention on that. If you continue to hold and support Void in this case, you'll be at a -5 dice to roll on. Right now, if you just stop that, you'll be at a -3, just because of the
Ivar,
agony you're in.
Void, do you got this, or do you need Ivar's support again?
Do what you have to.
Ivar goes, Barrick, fire! And right in front of where Barrick's going to fire, Ivar is going to put his, not the reality bend, what is it? It's his bubble that blows things up.
It's got such a huge list,
But
you
what
cycle
he's-
through it.
Magnifying
I know,
glass thingy?
Yeah, it's
about to take a lot of rounds.
It's his bubble of reality distortion, but he's going to put an edge around it of the material. Does he recognize the chaotic material that Dravis was using? And could Ivar create that without much thought?
You have no idea how to create that material yourself. It has to be formulated.
Not a problem. Then what Ivar is going to do is he's going to spin around this bubble an additional light of divinity to add to whatever divinity as almost like an amplifier.
All
and
right.
he's gonna relax his support for Void and just take the -3. So he'll be rolling at 7.
Yep. He's rolling 7 dice.
So his target for Bubble Reality Shift is 7. What would it be added for the extra
8.
special sauce?
Special sauce is 8.
Ocho.
Yeah, you get to do that.
And Ivar's just like, go!
All right.
Wow.
With 3 degrees of success.
Yikes.
Actually,
first,
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's 3 degrees.
Yeah.
First volley. Second volley. Third volley. And fourth volley.
Holy
and
crap.
actually, you know what? I'll take back that 4th volley,
Okay.
and I'll just hold in reserve in case I can t-shirt cannon him. Like if it looks like that does enough, then I will go for the Pokemon trap, the Ghostbusters trap.
And Ivar just kind of grunts as he makes this, like he's shifting reality, but it's not his normal
All right.
special sauce. He just kind of looked and goes, "I have something special in this sauce for you."
Oh,
Look
I
at
have-
bits of Ivar.
I can I have 1 luck left, so I don't know. I'll keep that. I'll keep that in case I need it for the cannon.
All right. So your shots rip through the air. You can hear the bark of your gunfire just going off when it passes through this incredibly focused lens of raw, like, divine magnification. You can see them become streaks, almost like either phosphorus or tracer rounds or something like that, as they start penetrating through it. And of course, you're getting the enhancement all the way around. You're still using your holy slugs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's boosting that all the way up there. These things just start to tear into him, and these volleys, it's almost like he's just being hit by rapid gunfire. Yeah. He just gets smoked all out the ass, just incredibly pelted. And of course, with the barricade there, which you taking into account, the barricade is sitting right in front of X, and you can see like stray debris and things kind of hitting into the barricade as he's just standing there stock still as you're laying into him with these rounds. So that wound up being kind of interesting by itself. So he just kind of does this thing where he kind of stumbles a little bit and he can see what's happening to his physical structure. And there happens to be this kind of craze mania that's starting to push up in there.
Nice. Does he look like he's ready to be captured?
It does not appear to be so, no. Still rather up there. Even his aura still pulses with strength.
Okay, well then I'll let the fourth volley go then.
Okay.
So.
See, Varric has 2 guns. He's got the cannon. He's kind of like.
Right. So.
And it was halfway through the fourth volley that it was weakened enough.
And then it pushed it over the edge.
Just because I'm a dick. No. So, to give you guys, like, the straight-up narrative here, you've got, like, Dravis smacking him up after being hit with, like, gouts of flame, then simultaneously getting stuck once, shattering the weapon, having to counterattack, and being pelted with, like, all kinds of, you know, just hot lead right into the face and torso. And, you know, so this is, like, masterfully quick. You guys are just shifting and moving your positions and closing in. Even Void is managing to continue to suppress whatever sort of territorial control that, you know, the Sightless One had, and is still closing in as he's managing to make it over, which is extraordinary, given the fact that he can still maintain that same territorial structuring in spite of the fact of taking all of this. Of course, now he just, like, gets this really kind of sickening grin on his face again. Again, that mania just kind of pushing to the surface. When he's like, I guess it's my turn then, like that, and goes pushing straight forward. There is a ripple in the space that he has. I need dodges from both X and Dravis and Riv.
X, Dravis, and Riv. Phew.
I think you're muted there, Ken.
Still muted.
You're muted.
I was
in
double
that.
muted.
Yeah.
I was double muted. I said, can I do a barrel roll?
Just to be safe.
Do a barrel roll!
Well, since I'm flying, I can do. I'm in 3D
Oh,
space.
right.
But yeah, I'll do the dodge.
Like Archangel style. Wrap your wings around you.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that will help me.
Oh shit, that dude's wasted.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, there it is. Dude, and it's gonna roll right over the top of him too. It cut out right before
God.
that. Terrible.
Did that end too soon?
You know, you shouldn't laugh, but somewhere somebody got hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's flying. He's moving.
Alright.
Those are good dodge rolls.
Oh yeah. Boy, am I glad I did this. Alright. Okay, so what do we got going on here? We've got 35, 30. So yeah, okay, that's X. X, you're 35, right? Or are you bigger? Or are you 30?
I am.
You didn't ask Scott to do a dodge roll.
I'm
it's
30.
No,
30
Scott
and
doesn't need
27.
to. I was just making
Yeah,
sure.
so
Oh,
you- the
Dravis
35
is in my
you
head
read
as the
was
third
Scott.
person.
Yeah.
Oh, Dravis is the third person.
30.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I know there needs to be 3. So, yeah, you got 30 and Riv got,
I got
27. Okay. Yep. Dravis happens to move extremely fast, doing this incredible jump out and out of the way, as you see a sort of half-moon structure of pure tines and rapid spearing type thorns just coming right out of the ground from where he was standing, which would have impaled him completely from like foot up to his torso if he was caught up in that. And X, your combat warning system goes off hard, and you're shifting and moving, but end up taking a hit across the back as you're trying to move your positions out. And your armor again?
Armor is going to be 35, resilience 18, integrity 85.
Right, so make an integrity check again.
Null magic 55.
Right. Yep.
In my brain, integrity check is like a will check.
He's got
Oh,
integrity.
it's the 1d100, right?
You
Yeah.
succumb to temptation. Make an integrity check.
Yeah, he's got a 85, so it's well below.
Oh yeah, no, your armor again manages to sustain.
Shing!
Yeah, it makes impact across your back, but doesn't happen to penetrate for some reason. However, there is still a jarring sensation. How much HP do you have left?
20.
25.
Wow.
I was close.
All right, I need you to go ahead and I need you to make a body essence check, please.
Okay, that's
The
what
next
rolls-
character will be.
my next character will be. What's the body essence going to be again? One roll.
It's whatever your body is in dice, and then if for every 5 points after, you get a +1 on top of it. And Iron Wheel does not
Okay.
count for this.
So 16.
You have a 16 body, right?
Yeah, 16
So
d10.
you're rolling 10 d10 plus 1 success automatically.
Oh, 10 d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
caps out at 10.
Oh, wow. That would have been fun.
Oh,
What's the target?
Target's going to be 8. Okay.
nice.
Damn.
So you
4
ended up
degrees of
taking
success.
25 points of damage in spite of that. So you get hurled outward as it snags you on the way over. You crash tumble into other parts of it, and your systems temporarily go offline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm at 0.
Where's Jekyll at? What
The fight's been ongoing, but it's been fast-paced,
It's been
and so
2
he's-
minutes.
Yeah. So X
He's
takes the
still
hit.
on his way over.
All right, and Riv again, since you see something happen from below as a massive bubble bursts upward, sending a spray of debris in your general direction, and you can see spiny, like rock structures being hurled your way, and a vast spread like a shotgun. You get pelted, unable to
I did a
stop this
barrel
from
roll,
happening.
but-
Yep. Yeah, I mean you get smacked though in spite of that. So, okay, your armor then?
It is currently, depending on where you hit me, 59 or 44.
Well,
44 is the head, 59 is the everywhere else.
right. So in this case, you're going to take a grand total of. I've actually got to see here. What was yours? Above the rest of it, you rolled 27, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So this is where the multiple shots rules come into place. Interestingly enough. 27. Yikes. Come on, brain. I hate it whenever I'm doing this.
Did
Okay,
you
hold
shut
on.
down?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, hold on.
It's fun to watch when it happens, though, right? The hamster falls off the wheel.
Yeah,
So I was scrambling back on there.
right.
God, that fully happened to me last week. That I was like looking for something and I just like clicked out for a second. Show.
That leaves that, and all right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you take 21 damage from that impact, just as you're being pelted.
All right. You know, I should have what I thought of now that I know what type of attack would come in. I should have used my kinetic psychokinesis to like push away kinetic damage, or kinetically push things away.
Yeah,
But
you were gonna have to hope that
still.
you were fast enough, but in this case, his roll was so high, man. Oh my gosh, what the hell is that?
Uppercut.
Yeah. So where does that put you there, Ken? Because you also have an unfortunate issue as well, because you still have the extra pain caused from that mind flay that you ended up suffering from.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at -5 for all my rolls now.
Ooh. Yeah, you're in a bad
Yeah.
way. So, Barrick, you witness this. You see X get throttled, not moving. Riv gets taken out of the air. Dravis manages to avoid whatever's happening over there. And now you've got a cackling and rather satisfied creature at the center who seems to be trying to push his power back, though he is looking rather ragged.
Oh, we're being raided.
Oh, are we?
Whoa, hey!
Whoa! Holy crap.
Thanks for the raid.
Yeah.
Whoa! Suddenly there's viewers.
Yeah, a lot of them, apparently. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that's gonna grind us to a halt for a second.
Yeah, just a wee bit. Oh my goodness. Right.
We're in the double digits.
Well.
My brain just popped. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's my turn, so no pressure.
Yeah, right? You better make this work, Barrick, or they're not gonna stay.
Make it interesting.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Put your fucking A game on. Like.
Okay, so Oracite, how is he looking? Like,
You can see the various tethers of the energy kind of becoming ragged and not sealing together like you would expect them to. There seems to be a lack of regenerative capacity whenever dealing with the type of stuff you've been hitting him with, which is good news.
okay.
But you're down
Yeah.
2 companions now, and this is going to be interesting. However, Riv, you hit ground and tumble, taking all of this. So you're not down and out, but I don't know exactly what's your... how much more health do you have left? I'm curious now.
I have. So good news. I have pain tolerance. So it's not -5. It's just -4. Yeah. But I have 14 health left.
Do something cool.
All
You
right.
really, really want us to do those street level characters, don't you? You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I want these guys to do the street level campaign. Screw the fact that they've done this for 2 years.
Okay, so
Welcome everybody to our doom.
Yeah.
Welcome to Die.
Okay.
Alrighty
So
then.
you were asking me about like I have 14
Just
health
what?
left. So
Yeah, I
hit
was
the
just
ground.
basically you're just doing this whole thing where you're like, ugh, like that. You're pushing yourself up from trying to get your head wrapped around this. The pain tolerance that like your threshold is being pressed because you have been hugely impacted, and you know that things are going to be getting really bad really soon if you don't do something. So yeah, I mean, it's you're pushing yourself up off the ground and trying to make your way as this sightless creature is just trying to move towards you at a saunter.
Well, it's not my. Oh, I
brave.
guess it is my turn, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Good God.
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just realized it was like I thought it was Barrick's turn.
No, I was just letting Barrick know that he's watching this happen. He's going, oh shit, like.
Okay. Really. So Yeah, I mean, as she's dragging,
Finally, get some peace.
trying to get out of the way, she's gonna roll her runes again.
All right, do it.
Oh, here we go.
2d4 minus 1.
What you
Yeah.
get?
D,
What you
D,
get?
I got the 7. I got the 7.
Oh
I
yeah.
get the power that I haven't gotten before.
Oh
Woo!
my god. Is
Well,
this a good thing or a
That's
bad thing?
fortuitous.
Wish spell. Oh.
I wish this never happened. Anyway, what?
So, just for clarity, she's going to deactivate her psychokinesis, but keep the wings, because the wings let her move faster than she can walk.
Well, she's limping right now.
That's what I mean. She's going to start flying. Like, she's going to kind of move backwards and then
Nice.
activate the rune. She's still hurting, as Dee just kind of described well. But
Mm.
now I get to find out what my new power is.
All right, so you're sitting there, you flutter backwards, and you feel the sudden realization there's something in your head that starts talking, and you can just hear it as you're pushing backwards. Mind you, time is doing this minute slowdown for just that moment, and you just hear it's like, finally, I can actually talk to you. Hello, are you there?
Huh? What? That's what you're going to get back.
Yeah, because it's not coming through your comms. It's not coming through your comms at all, and it's not a voice
She
you
actually
recognize.
says it out loud.
Yeah.
She actually said that out
Comes
loud.
into
Oh,
your
what?
heart.
All right. It's like, fantastic. Do me a favor. Just concentrate on this feeling for a moment, would you?
I mean, she's got nothing else to do.
So
yeah.
you dismissed psychokinesis but kept your wings, correct?
Yeah, that's why I'm flying backwards.
Excellent. So you go up, you go backwards, you fly up. This is where Barrick kind of goes like, okay, she's up and running, and you're obviously making your maneuvers. What Barrick sees is that she goes flying backwards, and you can see all of the runes that kick off suddenly go really bright, and you can see the armor forming out and around it, but it actually penetrates and blasts the internal armor that she was wearing apart, including the helmet.
Oh, wow.
You see it shatter and break, everything else shatters and breaks, and then she ends up having this incredible look because all of that same sort of brassy toned metallic metal just ends up covering every inch of her skin, leaving only slightly gold, brassy toned, like mesh metal mail inside of all of the joints. Then there's a huge helmet that goes, not huge, but it's a helmet that goes around over her face. She gets the wings off the back, and you can see the wings take on that same sort of metallic appearance as she ends up still flying for no physiological possible reason. But she is utterly covered in these Icelandic runes all the way throughout. You can see the shield appear on this side, and you can see the sword in her other hand. And there is a subtle glow that goes in and around her person at this point. And now she has taken full form of the Valkyrie at this point.
Oh my god,
Nice.
that's badass.
Holy shit.
So, and then whenever the helmet goes like that, you see just two white pinpoints do the massive glow. They go blong like that, and you just feel suddenly like much more protected than what you were before. And then in your head, it's just like, now we should be able to do much better.
Holy crap.
Your gauntlets are talking to you.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
was like, what's Boyd doing? No, these
He's-
freaking gauntlets. Shadowflager,
The
whatever.
Struggle flagger,
Now-
flagger. Like,
She has the Valkyrie.
holy crap. This is nuts.
Oh my god.
What
Wow,
a time
okay.
for everybody to
just-
come in, too. Jesus Christ.
Again,
Yeah.
I see Riv flying back as this happens, and then just pausing before dive bombing this
I mean,
thing
yeah,
with
absolutely.
that sword.
No, she's
Oh,
I
gonna.
mean, you're
God.
impulsive enough.
Yeah. What she's gonna do is after all this happens, she's just like, and she's gonna just like, fuck yeah, and then just like go straight after him.
So now Thunder Crash.
All right. So your pain,
that's my
your
counterattack.
pain penalty is still present, but you have a
Yeah.
bit of a boost. So you've gone from a -4 to a -2,
my
or
gosh.
-2. So you can see how much that boosts your more or less your combat motives there.
All right. So this is still a melee attack, right?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. 10 plus.
It's like the best one ever.
She's actually going to go for a. So here's what I'd like to do. She's going to come in with the shield first and try to
shield
backhand
bash
and then
combo?
stab after the. Yeah. So
Okay.
Shield bash and then stab in afterwards.
All right.
So that's
You
how
are,
I do melee attacks.
you are
Yeah.
vastly faster than you were expecting. Because when you do that, there's actually a subtle pop as you move forward. You accelerate straight onto this creature. You see him kind of do this like that as you go right for him. You hear the ping like that as you make perfect contact with your shield.
The swing around is the 19 plus 2.
All right. Yeah. God damn, dude.
That's
And
badass.
you critted out on that one too, huh? Or you exploded
No,
it
no.
naturally.
I
with
exploded
luck.
it because
Yeah.
I got a 1. Yeah.
Yep. I see that, and that's good because what happens is that you go swinging that sword forward. He's still in flight, pitched backwards, and he's hurtling parallel to the ground. You are following him and catch up. So you've cleared. You've cleared almost.
Dragon Ball
You
Z
go at
shit.
like almost 20 meters in the split second as he's going straight past. Yeah. So you go ping up, come down. You see him catch the blade, and then it slices through and hits him anyway.
Promise not to shoot you on accident again.
Whenever it cuts through his hand, there is a scoring like in that flesh that doesn't look like flesh, and the impact of the sword hits him hard enough that he ends up hitting down, cracking all of this strange crystalline terrain, and he goes skittering across that. It goes bounce, bounce, and rolls to a stop. This part of his hand completely missing the tip of his thumb, and this part just cleanly sliced through from right here, as he had caught that sword. And he just whirls all the way up to his feet at this point, and he's just looking at his hand. He looks at you, doesn't really know what to make of it, but he doesn't have much time because your companions, those who are still capable of moving, are actually making their actions next. So Barrick, you are going to follow this up because, talk about an opportunity as you see her transform and then whoop his ass across the battle lines over the...
Oh my god. That's so cool.
She always
Yeah,
seems to
okay,
get
so
some of the most
where-
cinematic ones.
that one's a
That's
good one.
good. That's like fingers are tingling. Where is?
So he's pushed
Sightless.
out to your 1 o'clock at a further distance now. That would even subject you to a minor penalty if you try to manifest your decent shots at this point. So you're gonna have to get closer.
Yeah, no, I've got the mobility that's my plan is to.
Is
I
Dravis
think
out of
I'm
commission
gonna-
right now?
What's that?
Just Dravis, because normally
Yeah.
in the next round it would have been Dravis.
You
and then...
pushed him out. Yeah, Dravis is holding off for something. You'll see.
Okay. Just make it
Yep.
clear.
Nope, Scott's got his shot. So.
Yeah, so I.
Oh my God, Drew! I just saw the GIF you put in there.
What did he? Oh, so I'm gonna flip to the blunderbuster because I want sunflower shots right in his face.
Oh,
And I've got a mobility. What's my mobility? My mobility's 10, so I'm pretty sure I can close.
oh,
the
you can clear the
distance.
distance. He's still within that range. You do a full sprint, you'll get there.
Yeah,
Easy.
so that's my plan is to get to him and to sunflowers right to his
You're gonna go right up to
Body.
him. Yeah, I gotcha.
as much as I can because I don't think I can work in claws.
Oh, you
So-
could actually close to melee range. You're you're in there. Because what's your sprint distance?
Well, my sprint is 60.
oh yeah, you could easily make that. Because like I said, you could actually shoot him and gouge him if you
I
wanted
wanna,
to, if you had
like-
enough attacks. Yeah.
Well, what I'd like to do is, if he's on the ground, like
Yes.
Moon Knight episode 1, like whole smash with the claws.
Go for it.
So that's what I would like to do is to take advantage of him being on his backside. So that's 27 for me from melee.
Okay. Wow, man. Wow.
So 36 with the Ripper, with the holy Ripper claws,
The holy diver.
the holy Ripper blades, and what I'm looking, and the reason I was thinking claws is because you're talking about like threads, tethers.
Yeah.
I want to sever those things.
How many strikes
so.
you throwing with that? Punches
Well,
with your claws there?
I think I just get the one, right? Just one. I don't have melee master.
Oh, okay. So you throw it down. You got that, and then your 2 shots that follow it. I'm assuming you're going to use your shotgun post strike.
Yeah, that's I like the blades and the shotgun.
Yep.
So then
Right. So you bring the blades down, trying to stick him. He manages to maneuver himself out of there, doing this weird kip up where he kind of twirls up out of the way, and you sink those blades directly into the ground that he was in. But you don't bother moving that because you bring your blunderbuster up as he's still in line,
right?
And you're still at that sort of crouch movement, so you're just like, here you go.
So 33, 34 with the 2 barrels.
All right. Yeah. So you shoot the first time, he ends up doing this weird movement, again, following your own tactical points. Even at this range, he manages to just barely glide it by, but the last shot manages to strike dead on. And more than that, though, is that you do the strike, he kips up, you withdraw, like you fire the first shot, withdraw the blades, you're just slowly walking towards him at this point, cock the weapon, fire again, and he ends up taking the last shot, which sends him sprawling backward.
So it's 55 on the sunflower slugs, blessed sunflower slugs, to the chest.
Wow. Ooh. You see that there's a waver in his aura, as a matter of fact. Something tells you that he might actually be just barely there. You might be able to pull this off.
Oh, he's edging.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, so can I go for the trap?
Yeah, you can call for it. Yep. Call for it or use it. I think you had it on you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what did we decide it counts as? Rifle? Heavy?
It's considered rifle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's considered heavy. My apologies.
Heavy, right.
Yep.
Okay, so...
You gotta make the sound. You have to make the sound when you do the roll.
What sound?
You know, the sound of the...
Yep.
Oh, I always do.
No, not the edging sound. No, please don't do that.
Oh, God. Let's not do that noise. Not that kind of stream.
So shotgun to the chest while he's reeling. Oh!
What? Oh, my God.
Woo!
Yep.
I love it.
Oh.
So, when we roll a 10, we explode and roll it again.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Jesus Christ. The only way that he's going to be able to dodge this if he can frickin' get another one himself, which he does not.
Oh my God.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Slash, miss, shot, hit, and then t-shirt cannon.
Right. So so you're like, when you do that second shot with the shotgun, you immediately get that sense that he's falling backwards. He comes back up, and you can see it burning into his chest. And he's just like now he's getting to a point where things are changing. The mania becoming much more fury than anything else. And instead of doing a third shot, you just go like that, sling, and bring this back up and go boom like that, and just pop the trap straight at him. Which happens to collide directly with his skull. Because there's just no other way. There is a horrid cracking sound as you see the round go wham like that and go straight up into the air, bouncing off of his cranium. And of course, you were like, oh yeah, it's got a certain point of detonation.
Uh-huh.
So his head snaps back. You can hear it thunderously crack into the ground again. The round goes and like that, and then lands right next to him because it just kind of went straight up.
Oh my gosh. Ivar, finish it.
Well, so Dravis was kind of holding his turn out, and you just hear this like sound from somewhere up above you, and you realize that Dravis is coming down out of the air, and he's just bringing his knee straight in. So he just goes like that and goes crushing into this guy, landing right next to him just with one single knee in that sort of like hero landing type of way, crushing into it, and you can see the spider lacing out as he's doing this. The trap pops, and you can see Dravis just grabs his face and holds it in place. He's like, "You're not going anywhere, asshole!" Like,
This is satisfying.
you can see the red runic armor starting to like peel off. Like Dravis is holding him there with all of his strength. He is thrashing madly, trying to get out of his grip, and is struggling deeply to do so. And Dravis is taking hits, scrapes, and all kinds of things that are going on. You can see the armor struggling to maintain itself, even cracks as he's staying within that range.
Ivar!
And of course, now the trap is loose, and he's got to make his check. But Ivar, if you're wanting to assist, here it goes.
Ivar is very much in this moment of like, he's shook out for whatever chaos he's in right now.
Yeah.
And he was going to roll a tactics roll to figure out what was the best course of action. But Ivar, right now, you just hear him whisper, "Shoebox."
Oh my god.
And Ivar reaches in. He reaches into that special place that he keeps his magic shoebox, and he busts that thing out. And Ivar, just like, you see him teleporting as fast as he can to get where he needs to be, and he's dropping down whatever divine rolls he can do to seal this deal. And so...
Nice one, Scott.
Exactly.
Like, absolutely one of my favorites. I'm marking that as a favorite now. I love Shang Tsung.
Oh my gosh.
What's his target?
I would say, yeah, it's gonna be 8. Yeah, magic shoebox. Yep.
And he's still at a -3 penalty.
Yeah, he's still got a -3 penalty going on, but that's gonna waver here in a minute. Oh wow, he still managed it.
He's still going to take 2 degrees of success.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
He's just Ivar's moving right towards this guy in this moment of like, this is what Ivar has been waiting for. And as he does that, you see from Ivar the divine light starts to grow around him as his stats. Because last time we never fully went through all the stats.
Are you like leveling up? Are you leveling your IP up right now?
He's leveled up.
Right.
He did it last time, but we never finished going through everything. But his stats just went up, and Ivar looks stronger and more powerful than you guys have seen him in quite some time. D, take it away.
What did you end up boosting again in your stats?
He boosted his empathy, his reflexes, his body.
How far does his body jump? Tell me.
He's at an 8 right now.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. So Ivar, like everybody has always assumed or always known Ivar to be incredibly underwhelming as far as his physique is concerned. When he comes teleporting up, the sad part is of course the robe kind of flaps open. And, you know, because he doesn't really care. He's in his moment. That's what's happening right now. But what's happening is that Ivar has pecs. He's got a 6-pack.
Oh my gosh.
And he is actually strapped. And it is a shock to anybody who can see it dead on. But he stands over the top and he peels. Yeah.
He goes full Roshi.
Yeah, he does.
Pulls it off.
But yeah, but you also realize that you haven't seen in there in quite some time, so. But he comes up next to it. Now you have the force of the shoebox. You have the force of the trap, which now, the top part cap has popped off, exposing the super geode. When the lights start to culminate through, Flex on my var. Yeah. Oh, pretty prisoner. Yeah. Hell yeah. He's like one of my favorites, dude. So the shoebox and then the Super Geode are going at it right now, and it's causing this massive tension of forces. The territory that the Sightless One was using utterly evaporates. He no longer struggles against that. That disappears instantaneously.
Oh, nice.
Because he has to focus on this, and you can see the draw of the Super Geode trying to drag him in. The force of his resistance is absolutely stunning. As he jerks himself basically from being withdrawn into it, but he has literally nothing else really to motivate that, and the struggle for him now becomes something entirely different as he's utterly restrained. Yeah. So, yeah. Wow, these dice like him. They like him a lot. Christ. Although... yeah. Despite all of that, and the absolute disintegration of the armor, you can see the armor on his arm, his torso, has utterly evaporated away, and you can see blood starting to pour down Dravis's arms, and right side, torso, everything else like that, and he's just starting to get to a point where you can see the veins are pulsing in his head, or out of his neck, where the armor has disintegrated. You can see his physicality. That strange, chaotic annihilation is starting to work on his flesh, and he's still holding this guy in place, despite the fact that they're now in a physical struggle. And, Riv, let's see here. I believe you are up next. Let me just check here real fast. Yes, that is you.
Oh, wow, we went through a whole round, huh?
Yes, we
Does
did.
X need to make a reboot save?
Yeah, poor X. It's
Yeah.
over there at 0 HP.
Stabbity stab stab. Alright, but yeah, Riv, you're up, and you're standing there in your full armament now, like, able to rush this target after he's been hit with this trap. You were just waiting for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fly back in to attack. Like, I'm just gonna keep weakening him.
Right? Please. That'd be great.
Okay, so yeah, flying into attack.
Yeah.
So the melee master, I'll do 2 attacks again.
Nice.
I think I've got a song for this.
Oh wow, okay, very similar. In this case, she's not going to go for the shield bash because you don't want to send the guy flying, because Dravis is still there. So it's going to be more of a swing and then a turn around and swing again kind of thing.
Nice.
So you're just doing, you're going to do a gliding slash, rotate you in basically 180 and hit him again. Just go ching ching like that.
Yeah, exactly. Full over the moon kind of attack.
Well, see, he's on the ground, and what's funny is that you realize that you can be extremely precise, and your 2 rolls were 24. He's absolutely proned out, unable to defend against these attacks. You rush straight forward. The first one as you glide across, because this is the way it'll end up happening, is that in order to protect where Dravis is at and get a good angle, is that you sail forward at extraordinary speed, cutting into his head, causing him to scream, and then your wings go reverse and cause you to go and you flap backwards, and you hit him with a backstroke.
Nice.
Without actually having to turn your body whatsoever, so you just go like that. There are 2 cuts, and you can see the singing blade going through as it leaves tracers in the air, and you can just hear him shrieking again, and taking that secondary set of damage causes him to have to do the same thing again to resist being absorbed. Wow, these dice love him. But that is not enough. So, yeah. He shrieks. The geode magnifies in its power at this point. You have Ivar standing there in his ripped, like, sudden transformation of self as he's approaching this whole thing. And Dravis is like now screaming, kind of just in pain in general, and you see Sightless One starting to drift as his body bends and becomes somewhat warped, shifting out of the same physical reality, and it becomes swirling vortex and gets sucked up into that geode. As he does that, Dravis just goes boom, boom, slumps straight forward, almost passed out. The geode now pulsates, and Ivar, you're just like, all mine, and like that, and he goes shrink, like that, and goes sliding into your shoebox, and you can feel the presence and the weight of that mass suddenly shifting.
Wow.
And why do I feel as soon as he's in the shoebox, you look at Ivar and he's this fat slob again? Like, it's as if nothing. Like, no, sorry, Ivar needs to cover up.
Jesus.
I don't like this
Ghost trap.
music.
Yeah.
Nah, nah, nah,
Right.
nah, nah. We're not trained by music. Nope.
Right? Yeah, hold on. I actually got a perfect thing for this. So, yeah, I mean, it just goes deadly fucking quiet. All right, go ahead and make a will essence check, Bill.
Why is it always Bill that has to do these saves?
He puts himself in the proper position. I don't know.
I'll say
Yeah.
he throws himself in.
When he realizes a character has reached his end and he wants a new one, he sacrifices them on the altar of shadows.
I like have
Oh.
no luck. I've got nothing.
Oh, wow. All right, so X is down and out for the moment, but you're not done yet.
I just cattle brought him back up.
Whose turn is it now?
No one's. The battle's over. And you guys are just standing there, and, Void releases what he's doing, and you can hear the crumpling mass. Bill, please. You hear the crumpling mass of the incredible alien structure starting to crumble and take no effect again, going back to the normal building that it was. All right, now you guys have got a hell of an assessment at this point.
I'm gonna go med tech,
Yeah.
Bill. X.
And Ivar, have you got any kind of first aid med tech? Because Dravis is definitely in a bad
Yes.
situation.
Yeah, Ivar has his touch of Nirvana. He can do a will check and restore health bars.
Oh.
All right. 21
So I
med tech to like press the button here and here to like.
And then
I
he
got the
suddenly
paper
pops
clip
back up only speaking
to
Spanish,
wedge
but he
in.
happens to be extremely debonair.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Click.
D, I have a question. Is Ivar still at a -3 penalty?
No,
Or
that's
is that
eased.
anticipated?
That is eased off.
Okay, so Ivar...
Same thing with Riv.
See Ivar, like,
Oh.
he grabs that shoebox and he's like, yes! And then he looks down and he sees Dravis and he, like, the shoebox disappears and he drops down and lays both hands on Dravis and does his touch of Nirvana, which is his will check. Successes will give him 1 health bar for every success.
Right, so he'll push up a single HL H1. Yep.
Yeah, my target is 7 minus 1. It's 6. Oh wow, that's nice.
Nice.
Wow.
5 degrees of success.
In a sheer kind of element of almost paladin-like serenity, Ivar sort of bypasses all of those terrible, god-awful things and even his own sadistic element, putting his hands on the massively bloodied Dravis, who has taken incredible amounts of damage all along the outside of his arm. He's flayed open. You can actually see working muscle and bone with how much deterioration that's gone on. He was being melted and held that guy in place so that he couldn't move.
I mean, better than being stuck on Phobos.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. But with that, you see this pulsing light, and Ivar manages to knit, weave, heal, and reconstruct all of that damaged flesh, and then the armor itself dematerializes once the physical body has been put back to rights again. Dravis is still unconscious, but the power of that healing alone put him right back to rights. He seems to be steadily breathing again. Dravis almost
And
died.
Ivar just looks. Yeah, Ivar just looks up and looks at everyone and goes, "We need to get back to the manor."
What about? Oh, hey, Riv said that. Like, she's what about? And then she like reaches into
Her
the
voice
pocket,
is coming through as like a tinny, almost like warbly kind
What
of
about
voice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, so she you see her with her left hand just reach out and disappears like into a hole, and
Mhm.
she pulls out a silver card, looking at X, Agent X, and she's like, chink.
I mean, I did medtech, the roll of 21 on him.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
the
I
thing
mean,
about
that's
that is that
Riv's
he's not
impulsive
necessarily damaged in the same biological sense. And
Well,
yeah,
either way, we're getting the like the big boys coming in.
right. So
Well, yeah,
you-
well, that's
you
why I
s-
figured I would go for him because I
Yeah.
understand the
Yep.
nanobots.
So you can probably do a minor infusion depending on how you do this, right? Because you do have cables, and you can probably induce a nanofactory insurgence and see if you can't push it through.
Yes. What would I do for that?
In this case, just you plug into a port, and then more or less you would just engage the nanites. Then Bill has to make his will roll again to see if he can push past being completely shut down and his system stop degrading.
D, how long until the silver card people come?
They have to arrive within a minute and a half. So
Okay, so that's how long we have until the next next phase of Save Bill, Operation Save Bill.
yeah.
Hey.
Whoa. Damn.
Jesus.
2 more
Okay,
successes
roll
there,
some
sir. Go ahead.
explosions.
Okay.
All right.
Damn. All right. You suddenly
He's
feel
entering
a
his body.
resurgence as you start to come back up. You feel your systems coming back in. You've detected sort of a foreign nanite structure inside the system, but they seem to be of a medical origin, and they are also they're already reprogramming themselves and retrofitting to fix damaged systems. But as your HUD comes up and everything else comes back online, you see nothing of the Sightless One. You see Dravis unconscious. You see an entity that doesn't make any sense, who wasn't there with you beforehand, in this brassy-looking feminine armor that makes her very much look like a Valkyrie. And, Barrick is tending to you, and you can see that there is a port that he's got plugged in, just basically utilizing your own system flow and obviously pushing nanites from his own factory into your systems.
I'm sorry I
With-
didn't ask your permission.
He just kind of pops up. He just looks at Barrick. You degenerates have some use.
You know, it would be really funny as if Barrick's.
Oh no, I'm
voice
sorry,
came out of him.
deviants.
Yeah,
Oh,
God,
deviants.
deviants.
Oh, like
He goes.
like
He looks at Barrick. He looks at everybody else and goes, "You deviants have your uses." And then he just gets
oh
up.
right, we're deviants.
Yeah, sorry.
This is all I see with Barrick as he's trying to save Agent X.
My robot buddy.
All right. So right before all
The
of this
fallen
ends up
comrade.
tapping out, Barrick, Riv, Ivar, and Agent X. You guys can all manage it. Roll a combat sense, please.
I don't want to.
I don't understand. What do you mean, combat?
We won.
We just
Come
won.
on.
We won. The game's over. We get to live a life of peace.
over,
Okay.
Game over.
You've got tranquil music on.
Well, I crit my combat sense awareness. so
Thanks, Bill, for pointing that out.
It's tranquil
I-
music. You don't betray us this easily.
I crit my awareness, so I'm at a 34.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You're actually catching all kinds
are
of
we ro-
encrypted static at the very edges of your own radio transceiver, and you're actually noticing
Well, I'm
that
plugged
this is starting
into
to
X,
increase.
so I'm
Yeah.
using him as an
Are we
antenna.
rolling? I'm sorry. Are we rolling combat sense or awareness?
Combat sense. Combat sense is a form of
Combat-
awareness.
Okay.
27.
But
no,
it's
no,
not
I understand that. I
awareness.
was just confused on which
Yes, combat sense. Combat sense. Yes.
combat sense. All right. I got confused.
I like this.
Ivar's-
Guy got the 10, and Ivor got the 1.
Ivar's just sort of like
the full
aware.
spread.
he's just happy about his damn shoebox and healing up
Ivar's
Dravis.
He's in his zone.
All right.
By the way, you said Dravis had blood on him.
Well, yeah, but that blood is no longer a problem. He's coated in it, but
Well,
his flesh has been
Yeah,
knitted
no,
together
can we-
again.
can we presume as-
creepy
as-
face?
As Ivar was healing him, he also had his ring on him and got
Yeah.
some.
Everything's.
I'm
got
not
a
sure how
price.
much blood he got.
3 points.
back,
Just
but,
3 points. Yeah.
Ivar's like
Yeah.
insurance. He's like, give me your copay.
Oh my god.
I'll heal you, but I need a little something.
Well, something.
That's hey, look, there's Ivar's sadistic nature right there. He's getting a little
Yeah.
blood action.
Just puts it in the wound. Just starts hoovering it up.
You'll be better.
I'm-
You'll be
I'm
better.
just debreeding,
painting
I
him with it.
swear.
Yeah, no, just 3 points. There was only surface amounts at that point.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, so yeah, Barrick, you take notice of this immediately, and you realize that because of all of the structural damage and the rest of it, even so some of it has managed to vanish, there is definitely a damn good chance that Technocracy is going to be picking this little blip and might prioritize it, and you're getting the radio traffic on that one as well.
Does the silver card people come and whisk us away then?
They might not be able to make it through if that, but they're fitted as combat medics, so it kind of depends.
I guess we'll have to figure that out next week.
Yeah.
Guys, we've got company. Our safe house that we ran to, fleeing the Technocracy, has now drawn the Technocracy. We've got to beat feet. And I'll just pick up X, cradle him in my arms as the Bodyguard soundtrack plays.
I love how
I'll
Dravis
say-
is getting ditched in all of this. He's just left on the ground pretty much.
I'll never.
Oh no, Riv will come and
I'll
take
say
him out.
Riv can.
Yeah.
I'll say
I just love the
to
fact
X,
that X is getting all the
I'm
attention
never-
though.
I'm never going to let you forget
Ivar's got him.
that.
Yeah.
His six pack.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
yeah.
so you're definitely concerned about the Technocracy being on its way. Void is approaching at this point. You can see that he is visibly disturbed by this scene and to some degree, and you don't know exactly why. He's like, I'm very glad that I've decided to actually put my lot in with you. I want nothing to do with that strange contraption, after having seen it work more than once. And he looks up and is like, enemies are coming. If you need a chance to escape, I will provide it.
Yes, please. Riv says.
And he just
You need
nods
a
his
safe
head then.
Place, Void.
And he's like, do not worry. They will not get here. And he looks up and you can see this fast moving, what looks to be like aerial ambulance coming down. And it will be here momentarily. As that is happening, which despite the fact that this is going on, you know, Void not giving two shits if there's going to be anybody who understands what the hell he's up to, walks to the other perimeter side of the blown out building that has now had all this debris shuttered out. And of course, you know, you guys are in a fringy part of town anyway, so these are not the tall skyscrapers or anything else like that. You can clearly see the road from where he's basically making the approach, and you can see the AVs headed your way.
Oh, jeez.
As he opens his arms out like that, there's that strange pulse, and you can see that same screen, like terrifyingly odd obsidian just kind of shifting out in all directions, covering over the streets, going out, and it's expanding wide, and you can see it creating all kinds of obstructions, you know, thorns, the rest of it, and it creates this massive, almost like a rose bush of thorns surrounding in a half dome as the ambulance comes screeching on down, landing at this point. Who are you guys going to send into the ambulance? Because they don't care who it is. They have to take one person for the card. So who are you dropping in their care?
Should we do a tactic?
Dravis.
Do a tactics roll.
Yeah, I'd say Dravis
Yeah.
would probably be it.
Most-
X would not function with them. So
Yeah, I would say Dravis.
yeah, he's still
Throw
unconscious.
Dravis on
So
there. Just
all right, they end up taking him. They just kind of look at the surrounding area. They manage to kind of, like, one of them actually kind of slips as they come out because they're wearing full battle gear. When this AV lands, the back door opens. You know, you've got 4 med techs coming out, and they grab Dravis as you hand him off, and they're looking at the superstructure of obsidian, glowing green, horrifying whatever it is. And they just get, like I said, one of them slips a little bit, and they're like, Yeah, let's go. Like they just kind of push him into the wagon and move his ass off and take flight. And the rest of you guys are gonna have to figure out how you're going to make your escape the rest of the way.
It's better if they just don't ask.
This is true. Quite true.
Hey, the Scrub Lord, thanks for the raid, dude.
Yeah,
Good God.
seriously. Freaking
thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
I've been trying to manage the chat because I know that
Yeah,
here has been
I
actually
gotta
trying
focus.
to do his
Yeah.
focusing
I've
up.
been watching the chat just blowing up over here, and I'm like, yeah, so, wow. Just wasn't expecting any of that, necessarily. I'm gonna drop, like, there's gonna be, like, 55 IP for this, because we've had 2 sessions, and I'm dunking all of it on you because, damn. I figured that he was probably gonna nip one of you, but, of course...
Got close.
Yes, and I figured that it was going to go the other way, until, once again, Riv's rando stuff happened out of nowhere to do the exact thing that was needed to survive again.
I mean, well, did you have that power, like, in your back pocket? Like, you knew what the power was going to be when I activated it?
More or less, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
We'll have to
it's
talk,
basically
we'll have to talk
capped.
afterwards
Yeah, we have
about-
to... She's got some enhancements and the rest of it, and it does have a certain kind of, like, drawing cooldown. You'll basically go hot, like you're doing your stacks. You'll go really, really hot, but it drains everything. So whatever you've got left, whenever that thing pops, you basically suck all the rune's power out. It's basically your oh shit weapon.
Like,
Riv
well,
never turns it off.
Well, that was very fun.
Yeah,
That was great.
that was
yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean, I expected. I was also expecting one of us to eat it because of just how like overpowered this guy was. Like this is the first time we've actually been able to go through more than 2 rounds before like. Normally we do like a round of stuff and then they're dead. Like the.
Yeah.
We've
Well-
fought him what for three? How many times? How long
At
have we
least
been
3
fighting this
rounds.
guy?
You guys hit.
Well, you had a
hit
full
5 or
like you had
6.
2 turns as Valkyrie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, we've been fighting. This is our 4th
Session
night.
of fighting him. Yeah, it was
Session
3 rounds
of
tonight,
guy.
but or 4 rounds I guess technically, but yeah, it was a.
Yeah, you guys have hit
slew
5 or
attack.
6 rounds this evening. You guys have rotated quite a bit.
I went through 68 bullets, so
Yeah, you were just like.
it's a lot of reloads.
Yeah, you had
Well, plus the
smoking
plasma.
guns.
plasma. I did
Reloader.
like 120 rounds with plasma too,
Yeah, well,
and 2
And
rockets. Oh my
for
gosh!
those just not for those who are here fresh and new, obviously this is playtesting stuff. We've actually got this game being built, so that's why probably not a lot of it sounds familiar. It's not D&D or anything else like that. It is being structured up, and so, wah.
We're
Just punk the
testing
bad
it.
guy. What was that, Drew?
I was gonna say we're testing the system, seeing what it can handle.
Yes, and it can
Oh.
handle well. We've been pushing this for 2 years.
Who else is in the shoebox?
Well, at the present moment, there is nobody. Well, actually, that's not
He's
true.
the
You have
third.
Avrathrall in your shoebox right now, including
I have 3.
Avrathrall, and now you have. I gotta get his name because it's.
Hold on.
Started
I
with a
have
V.
him written down.
Say what?
Started with a V.
I have him. Hold on.
Yeah, Zixus
He's
Antilles.
the 3rd.
Zixius. Yeah, Zixus Antilles is the one that you just captured. Avrathrall was the one that you captured the first round, I think, or maybe second. I can't remember which. And then the other one.
We took 2 out in the Silk Road.
Right.
Oh right, Demon's Reach.
Yeah.
Oh
God
yeah,
damn.
Demon Reach.
Hold on. I have it written down somewhere.
We got a stack of pages like this thick now. Yeah. God, that's so many. So ridiculous. We got a novel in notes. Stupid.
Ah, here we go. Shoebox prisoners.
Oh, here we go.
Our first one was way back in September. We got the Smoky Outsider called Zotzilla. And then in November, we got Avrathral, Destroyer of Purgatory. And today, happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, we just picked up the Sightless one.
Yeah,
whose
Zixus
real
Antilles.
name was...
Zixus Antilles.
How do you spell that?
Stand by.
Lots of X's and Z's.
Biggest dickus.
I
Biggest
love that. Do you find it
Watching him.
plausible when I say biggest dickus? I choose to believe that it's true that they told them
Thank
that they
you.
would be paid that day if they laughed, which is why they were trying so hard not to laugh.
Who was this?
The Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Oh.
That they
Yeah,
told
that's
the
the one.
extras.
Yeah,
That
I choose
they-
to believe that's true. I choose
Yeah.
to believe that's true. That's why they're trying so hard not to laugh. He gets bright in his face. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
Man, you know, D, we need to find some more
Wait,
friends
how much
that we
IP?
can raid.
55.
Like, we need to actually be able to raid other people.
Yeah, we will. I don't know that I can do it yet.
Well, you can. It's in the dashboard, like
Oh.
in the Twitch's like community, or I mean, in your whatever it's called. It's called the creator dashboard.
Yeah, I'm in
When
there.
you're looking at your stream manager, there's a thing on the right that says raid channel.
Yeah, I got you.
So you can choose someone to raid. I guess it has to be someone that you follow or
Yeah,
people
I don't have anybody
Or-
showing up, unfortunately.
Hey,
Who should we-
I'm trying to find it, Scott.
I need
How
to
many
follow more
points
people, I
is
think.
Sadistic.
What now?
How many points is Sadistic?
You're gonna level up your sadistic. Let me
No.
look
No, I
at
think
the-
he's gonna buy it off.
I'm going to use...
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
buy it off.
gonna buy it off.
Sadistic is 4 points.
So that'd be 40 off your 55.
Yeah, so Ivar, just for his act of healing Dravis, like that moment of, do I like take on the pain of this guy or do I heal him? Like something happened, Ivar like snapped back into his divine, and whatever sadism he had has been wiped.
It's been sated.
Like I don't know if he has like a scar or anything from it, and that's about all he has.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big dump, guys, man. Like 55 freaking points. Jesus.
Very cool.
Alright, guys. Well, I am off
night.
for the night.
Yeah.
So-
Don't end the
Night,
stream
Bill.
just yet, Bill.
Yep.
Or D. But Bill, you have a great evening.
Yep.
Take
So,
care.
We gotta spread this love train to someone else. Looks like Shmiz Girl. What's Shmiz Girl playing? Let's find.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to copy. Boom. Twitch.tv/
Ism girl.
Yeah, I can pull her up right here.
Yeah, there it is. Call of Duty Vanguard. Let's send them over there.
Yeah, I got it ready to go. All right. So
Well, thanks again,
yeah,
everybody.
Schism Girl.
You can
Here we
do
go.
your sign off.
Yep. Yeah.
Sign
Thanks a
off
lot
me.
for showing up, guys. I hope to see more of you as we go along. So have a good time. Here we go. All right. Let's push them through.
16 Ritters. Yeah.
Yep.
Fired off.
Raid now. Woo.
Boom.
Oh, then all of our stuff would switch over.
And it actually says that he's raiding you.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Oh, and she's got 7 people.
Let's go.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Now that I have that function in mind, I'm going to start using it a lot. Well, I think that concludes our broadcast day.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Dude, that's so cool. Seeing the people react to raids is so fun.
Yep. fellas, if it's safe to end the stream at this point. I think it is, yeah?
I think so. Usually,
Yep.
that's what the rate is.
Yep, so signing off.